My name is Angelica Jaquela, and I'm a human earth angel. In this video, I am mentioning about final judgment. Every human knows the difference between right and wrong. Every human has free will of choice given by God. Every human chooses to do right morally in their life, to live a clean-minded life, to carefully think of things in a clean-minded way. Humans have free will of choice to respect their own physical health and brain health and that of others, to respect their own dignity, to value their own life, and to respect others. Every human, in their thoughts, in their mind, in their brain, in their physical actions, the way that they take care of their health, is all recorded in every human. Every second, life matter, a human that is made of life matter, rather, is alive on this earth. It is recorded by the heavens in a human, religious or not. If a human thinks of doing what is morally right or what is morally to do wrong, would a human then acts upon what is right morally or morally wrong? Every human on the earth, every second they're alive, are judged by God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. It is stated that God loved humans into existence, that He created them in His own image with a brain beyond the comprehension of how it functions, controlling millions of physiological functions, tiny cells growing, dying, to maintain homeostasis. A human physicality made into perfect health. It is loved into existence then by the parents, and then the mother who carried the infant in the womb for 9 months to make sure it is born, respected it, the little infant, into proper health, born into this world, then raised it, properly taking care of its health, always by its side, never leaving it alone, and raising it properly with this infant being taught proper morals, everything that is clean-minded, to be intelligent, to think things through, to never waste time, with what is morally wrong, to never waste its time while it has one life to live on earth by doing something what is has no use to be done, to raise, if it has children of its own, to raise them properly, of clean mind and proper morals as well, to respect its life it is taught this infant by the parent, the mother, the father, educators throughout the years, religious individuals if they believe in this. Every human then has to respect their dignity of a valuable life that they have, that was respected, loved into existence, created by God, the holy loving grace of God. Then the parents that loved it to existence, the infant, raised it, took care of it best they could, taught it morally right, taught it what is morally wrong to never do. Then this infant and then child and becomes an adult and throughout years is always judged as well and has free will of choice given by God and knows to do what is morally right in its thoughts, to be healthy, take care of its health as it was taught by its parents, by then educators, other religious educators, if that's what it was taught by as well, to respect its own health and life, its own brain health, physical health, to be well rested, to sleep 8 hours, to care for its physical well being. Its body then is a temple when well rested, for its soul, for its clean minded soul, a temple for the spirit, a temple for heaven, highly valued virtues, gifts to selflessly use as it chooses. This little infant, then toddler, child, and adult, and through old age, has to, by free will of choice, to be patient. Patience is a virtue, to have understanding of the needs of others, to be attentive, to listen patiently to what other humans are saying, to listen to what the humans are saying they need assistance with, to genuinely care about another human being, an animal, nature, to understand, to respect its life, its health, its well being, its right to be respected as another living being that has a right to be respected, as this infant, child, adult, old person has a right to be respected as well. To use these virtues when physically healthy and well rested, well fed, normal temperatures, and enough calories to think, for the brain, for physicalities to move. Then to do selfless acts by free will of choice, to help others, to prevent them, from suffering or to stop their suffering by performing acts of mercy. Mercy is a virtue of kindness and compassion, which are also virtues from within the kindness of its own heart and soul. Have compassion to prevent or stop the suffering of another living creature, another human being, a child, a friend, a parent, an adult, old person, disabled person, nature itself. To perform the kind act that goes with this, one of the 7 corporal works of mercy, or one of the 7 spiritual works of mercy. As was set by the example by God and then Jesus when he was a human on this earth, who is the divine mercy himself, the Son of Almighty Holy God, who is stated to be the divine mercy. He suffered on the earth as a human, died on the 3rd day, then rose to heaven. Stated he would never leave humans alone. When he went to heaven, the animals' creation that God said would never leave alone. Then he knew what it was to suffer on earth in human form and educated his disciples, his followers, friends, and taught them these words: to have a healthy physicality of clean mind, then a temple for its clean-minded soul, a temple for the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, gifts of the Spirit, virtues, highly valued by heaven, not forced to do, to use. It is by human free will of choice, to selflessly use without expecting a reward, without expecting anything in return, to prevent and relieve the suffering of another human, another animal, creature, another life on nature, to transcend through this merciful act the suffering relieved, prevented, such as hunger, to feed the hungry, to give drink to the thirsty, to provide shelter to the homeless, to provide clothing enough for those that need enough clothing to have, to bury the dead. These are the main corporal works of mercy. There are other further 7 other spiritual works of mercy, but these are the main ones that a human, by free will of choice, when to sees rather a human suffering to prevent and relieve it. In doing so, then they transcend from within the kindness, compassion, the mercy from within their own heart and soul. Through this merciful, selfless act, by free will of choice, not forced to do, without expecting anything in return or reward. They transcend joy to the heart and soul, happiness to another human, an animal, living creature, nature, by preventing or relieving their suffering, not leaving them alone, and transcending to them heaven on earth as they rightly deserve. Not being homeless, not having not enough food, being healthy, having enough to drink so they're not thirsty, to have enough clothing then, to be taken care of when they die by someone and remembered. These virtues, other ones for a human to clean-mindedly love someone. Enough to remember them and think of them, to prevent and relieve their suffering in these ways. And as I stated, from within their heart and soul transcended, using these virtues by free of choice selflessly without expecting a reward, transcend heaven to these humans in this way, to the nature, to the living creatures and animals, as they rightly deserve while they have only one life to live on this earth. So it is the choice a human has to live this way, to respect their own health and life, to live a happy, clean-minded life, best they can to take care of their own health as long as possible. Then when a temple, it is for the gifts of the Spirit, and to use these to prevent and relieve the suffering of others. Then when every human and nature and animal has their suffering prevented, relieved, then everyone will be happy, healthy, and have their heaven on earth they rightly deserve while they only have one life to live. When humans do this, it is assessed by the heavens, but when humans do it selflessly, not forced by God, not forced by any in heaven, by anyone else, but by their human free will of choice, to help someone, it is assessed highly valued by heaven in human recorded thoughts, mind, physical actions, what they do morally right, when they think themselves morally right, especially if they think of someone else morally right, when they help someone, when they act upon something. Everything is recorded. If a human takes care of their own health, it is judged right away in human on earth what they do right and recorded every second that they are alive on the earth. If a human then separately knows not to, obviously, religious or not to do wrong in their own thoughts about themselves, if they, for example, if they intend to have harm or harm themselves and know not to, they know they have no right to wrong anyone else. Nothing has the right, no human has the right to wrong or harm anyone else. If they do, it is illegal human torture. It is bodily harm against human free will of choice, which is never justified by God. That means there's no right reason for anyone to ever harm another life, another human in any way, physically. Medically negligent doctors have no right to harm. Their job is to help health. Swear oaths to God are recorded. All humans with all job descriptions, world leaders, Pope, to do their job. Teachers, priests, what they're trained to do. Set good examples. If they don't, it is recorded in every human thought, process, mind, process, actions, what they think and how know how to respect themselves. They know how to respect others in their jobs. That's what they're asked when before they're employed. Are you going to do your job? You're going to work with humans, animals, nature. Are you going to respect them as they right to be respected fairly as you want to be treated with respect? Your dignity you want is a valuable life, is worth respecting, is a dignity of God every living creature and human has. Are you going to respect other humans' dignity? Set a good moral right example, verbally treat them with respect. Are you going to be kind towards others? Listen to them. If you're not going to be, I cannot hire you. I'm not going to give you a paycheck money to harm anyone. The money is to give a paycheck to someone who will need that money and do a job to respect other humans in their job, what they're trained to do, no matter what it is. Business, work with employees, managers work with customers, with other employees, are humans with a valuable life, a soul, emotions, personality, brain, organs worth respecting as they want to be respected, a valuable life, a dignity of God within them. Religious or not, all humans know this. To be respected, it is recorded. If a human is verbally abused and doesn't deserve it by this human, then it is recorded. A human is judged right away on the earth. There is no human that gets away with anything. Humans are judged according to what they do in their thoughts, mind, actions, all their life. If they care of their own health, take care of it, respect others, and if they do morally wrong, they can't are judged. It is recorded no matter how long a human lives. Every second it is recorded in human by heavens, judged all the time. By what they do right, they know to do right by choice, and what they do morally wrong. All humans know are raised by loved into existence. They know are themselves by their parents, their mother to respect themselves, and their mother who cared for them in the womb for 9 months to make sure they're born healthy into the world and taken care of and raised properly, morally right. And parents, and then to respect this and live their lives morally right, best they can, and care for their health and use their gifts and choose to help others. Further, a human, if they morally know, they all know, religious or not, if they do something they're going to do wrong, they are judged by Jesus too. Out of respect of Jesus Christ, who did suffer, died, and then rose on third day to heaven, is true. He does exist in heaven to be respected by all. Nothing and no one, no human, in themselves, wrong themselves, in their heart, soul, mind, physicality, and no cannot wrong or sin against anyone else. It is recorded. It is a severe punishment, serious, for a human to wrong another human life, and they know not to do. They cannot say they don't. A human that knows right from wrong and raised, religious or not, is judged right away, and that stays recorded in human thoughts, physical actions, their mind, everything right away on earth. Everyone is judged. The final judgment is right away while humans have one life to live on the earth, and stays recorded all their lives until they die. Then assessed and asked, they're never told what they did right or wrong. When a human dies, by the heavens, those that take care of this situation after they die are never told what they did right or wrong. They are asked if there was something wrong that they didn't rectify on earth in themselves and made a conscious effort. They knew that maybe made a mistake or did something wrong morally or offended someone. But if they did what they're right to apologize and sought forgiveness from this human or from God, confession, from Jesus' line, final confession on earth, to truly be sorry and never do that again. The Holy Spirit then is in the earth recorded. But when a human then dies, it is all there, assessed. They never tell the human if they did wrong and know not to, and didn't seek forgiveness from the human, but knew to do, didn't seek to rectify this on earth, didn't seek for forgiveness and knows to do, then they have a punishment that is to be in hell for a certain thing they knew not to do and did wrong, but are never asked, they're never told rather what they did wrong first. They're asked because they know to do right from wrong, what the difference is rather, and had free will of choice to do right, where they chose to do something morally wrong and were judged and don't get away with it. They knew to respect Jesus as well and Holy Spirit, to morally do right in their soul, to care for respect their health, to drink never alcohol, anything harmful they know is not proper to their own health, to never smoke anything, cigars, cigarettes, weed that is hazardous to their health. They know to never verbally abuse anyone because they don't deserve it. They wouldn't want to be mistreated that way rather, and know right from wrong. Everyone knows to be patient, think things through, and to think how a human would want to be treated themselves, to treat others with respect that way, in a clean-minded way, with clean-minded morals. Singers that started up as gospel singers, children, most all well known past few decades in the 90s, then went the wrong way, set a moral wrong example to million people had no right to do in the music industry who hired them to, were employed as, are you gonna sing clean-minded songs or I can't hire you? Didn't do their job. Millions offended, wronged, morally offended. The hearing of a human ears that a mother raised, hearing song lyrics even inadvertently, not choosing to, offended, crying, a soul clean-minded, disrespected on the earth, offended by over 100 singers, women and men, well-known, were children, raised by their mothers, and most poor, and then throughout the years, women and men, all of the main ones, have morally wrong song lyrics and physical content in it that is physically offensive for human to view. They put seduction into it, verbally abusive content. They know to the right and are judged on the earth. They don't get away with it. When they have no to keep that to themselves and never sing a song like that in front of another human to offend them, but did. The ones with the wrong content of these rap artists were raised by their mother most poor. Then we're all singing on Jesus' side, no to respect Jesus. Have the necklace and spend $1 million with a Jesus on the cross in press conference. But then they're swearing every song lyric, offending humans, dressing inappropriately with no proper clothes, entire suits that they have the $1 million for, would respect their fans that way, and the fans would love them more if they were covered up, but are not, wear their disgusting tank tops with the chains, singing about gang violence in the hood. They disrespect their mother, who taught them right and raised them and poor. Their dignity raised their life and loved into existence. These are all things they know to consider. Always in their conferences said right about, oh, my thanks for my mother for raising me right this way, these. And then throughout the years, they even started, as I stated, singing about Jesus and the gospel, were in choirs. They knew to do right from wrong and offended 100 million people with the same song lyrics for over 20 years. The industry, too. The Pope didn't do his job to clear this out and make sure it didn't happen. The world leaders, morally obligated to do. Commercial industry are employed those humans are said, are you going to do right and treat other people? Are going to see what content you make in commercials, ads? Are you going to do morally right, clean minded, or I can't hire you, give you money to wrong humans, to sin against them, to set a morally wrong example with problematic advertisements? The music industry and music videos, they employ the singers. Are you gonna morally do right and sing clean-minded song lyrics and dress appropriately in your music video, or I'm not gonna hire you? Because you're gonna have a million children viewing you, and you cannot, if you're gonna disrespect yourself to dress inappropriately with almost half naked as a skinny a woman with a bikini top and half your booty hanging out, and you were a good role model as a child, and children see this, I'm not going to hire you. You're gonna set a morally wrong example to 100 million viewers, and I'm not gonna give you a paycheck to sin and wrong humans. You obviously don't have respect for yourself, then you have no respect for others. But those in the music industry that are working there were employed as these questions. They're gonna hire the proper singers, the women, the men, the rap artists, R&B artists, country singers, all went mostly all wrong throughout the past 20 years. That's their choice, didn't keep it to themselves. Had no right to offend the hearing of clean mind humans, such as myself and 100 million even children. Other humans were offended, wronged, had moral wrong examples. People went to clubs, promoted the wrong industries. Liquor industry is poison. Smoking cigars, poison to human health. 100 million people suffered in clubs, other places, and died, killed people because of verbally wrong content in song lyrics. Those that hired them are morally responsible. These humans that they hired and made a paycheck and hired someone that didn't do morally right and offended and result in human killing people, verbally abusing other people, singing beyond disgusting wrong song lyrics, offending other people they have no right to do, set morally wrong examples, drunkenness, disorderly conduct of a human rather. 100 million were kind-hearted singers in the past decades, 60s, and then the 90s through the 2000 to 2020, and these years made the same songs and offended humans but are judged on earth. And any human life they offended, even inadvertently had no right to do, are judged right away on earth in their cells are judged. Everything is recorded by God, the heavens in a human. They knew to morally do right. They're not gonna do right. Then they knew. Then don't even apply for the job. Someone else who needed money to be a good singer and would be a good singer would have money for food and a job, and they made money to do something that would not offend humans. 100 million viewers, fans, and the whole world be happy by hearing someone with a pretty voice, a God-given gift. There's not many people that can sing. These are gifts humans have, singers that no humans others have. And started off true as gospel singers, singing to Jesus, through the child up to 20 years, then knew to do right and morally did wrong, and made the extra billions of dollars offending humans they cannot. By law, under God, they cannot make money to offend anyone. While it is the industry who hired them, did morally wrong, cannot make their paycheck, it is still human free will of choice to listen to their songs, right or wrong. But those humans wrong in themselves, that's their choice, but they're judged too in themselves. But other humans, such as myself, were inadvertently wrong, were disrespected. I didn't even listen to the song lyrics. I avoid all the songs in past years entirely. It is even this online. There are 100 million comments on YouTube below these songs that have existed, the same ones since the 90s, for over 20 years, which these singers, the main ones, and the mostly rap artists, R&B artists, country singers, all clean mind human, massaged children, were kind-hearted souls, still know how to be offended 100 million people, promoted the wrong clothing for children to wear, offensive, girls, children dress like going to a strip club with tank tops have their chests hanging out when they're 10 years old or 5, and shorts half covering their butts. Because the singers did this, the actresses, the actors over years. There are 2 movies out of over in the past 2 decades that actually were worth viewing by any human alive that didn't strain a human heart or morally offend anyone. And the hundreds made in the movie industry, the advertisement, those humans were asked if they're gonna hire proper staff to morally do right, or they can hire them. If there's someone gonna hire a movie maker, a script maker, if it's morally right, not offensive to humans, not gonna harm their health to scare them. No human has the right to offend or scare anyone. These are useless movies. They harm human health. No one wants to see them. There's unfortunately 100 million of them made in past years. Even Vatican ones, other ones, misinformation. The Pope didn't do his job to keep them offline from YouTube, from being made. It is his job. The world leaders not looking into this. The others who govern this music industry, movie industry, advertisements, magazines, then online in recent years, social media. These all humans are employed and asked, are you gonna morally do right? I will not give you paycheck money for you to offend people, to scare people half to death and have heart failure and almost die. To make scary movies, offensive movies, movies with swearing. They know they cannot hire these people and hire the actors, script writers. No one did anything to follow up on this. This is the Pope's job. The human representative on the earth of God. Every pope to old and past years did absolutely nothing but is judged in his job description has to take care of this. The world leaders, those who employ, find the proper singers were supposed to. If they all did their job, no human would be offended, especially in the past over 20 years. A human myself would go online and see a nice song sung, not offended, and have something proper to listen to right away. A human click on something, even different sites, and offensive songs come up one after another. Human doesn't want to see their heart is strained, offended, crying soul of a real clean-minded human. Even isn't listening to the song, but is offended when hearing it inadvertently. Movie trailers, wrong one after another, scary, offensive. Books made of these exorcist movies that are based on misinformation. The Vatican never did anything but made their paycheck, one pope after another. Even Gabriel Morse is based on misinformation. There's no such thing as demonic possession. Anything about demonic possession, any demonic was fake, based on for years and still made billions of dollars. The Vatican never did anything. The Pope, his job in all these past years to do anything what he was supposed to do, but still made a paycheck. Cannot do. That's why the whole world went downhill. Everyone offended, almost alive. Children suffering, offended hearing abusive content. Other humans drunken and wrong by it. Humans killed. I was inadvertently wrong by the wrong side, but an archangel punished not to. And if they behaved themselves, it wouldn't have any wrong content to see. And then my life, they couldn't wrong on clean mind, but happened to do. So I was wrong needlessly. If everyone behaved themselves and treated with respect their own lives, or they were loved into existence, a human being created in proper health by God, loved into existence than their parents, physically born onto the earth, healthy as properly can, treated, taught in proper morals to have, etiquette, as I said, to be clean-minded all their lives. If they have a talent for singing or acting, to use it for proper reasons, because their life is going to affect another, their talent. All human life affects another one, are judged, assessed on the earth right away. It is recorded. Nothing gets missed on the earth. That's why I made these videos in recent years. I was tortured alive before I made these videos to save whatever's left of humanity. In every job description, to restore what the heavens weren't doing, the Pope, world leaders, to remind them if needed, if they didn't do entirely their job, to respect human dignity, a valuable life, to everyone who is employed to remember what they're asked. Are you going to respect other humans? You're going to work with someone. Are you going to respect them, or I'm not going to hire you? I'm not going to give you money, your paycheck, to harm someone, to verbally offend someone, to sing offensive song lyric. Everyone is essentially poor in the world, and humans work basically to survive, for shelter, food. So they gave a paycheck. No one give a paycheck money, even to Pope, if he's not gonna do his job and do a morally good right example to 100 million people that look up to him for proper physical advice about preventive measures COVID he had to do, and as well as spiritual Catholic ones. He hasn't done his job, and previous ones in years, mostly old, can't even shouldn't be hired. Then the archbishops, vicar generals did nothing either. All making huge paychecks, do absolutely nothing or morally right to physically do something online, are on Twitter every day, TV shows, people praising Papa, the Pope, his title Holiness, even didn't get rid of to figure out that that's not a title for the Pope, that's a title for those in heaven, the holy. He's not His Holiness if he's not doing anything right on earth at all times. To physically go there and see what's going on a YouTube, on the other side, video sites, in the movie industry, he has a huge authority on earth to make sure everything is morally right. The employers of pharmaceutical companies not to hire illegal staff that they're going to harm humans and make dangerous antipsychotics I was illegally wrong by. I was wrong by different things, a victim for years, and did what others remind them of what their jobs were. If they did right, I wouldn't have been inversely wrong that way. If they did actually what their paycheck is for, or hired someone not to even work there and give it their paycheck, what is to do morally right for the money to live, and do in their job to respect my life and other humans, not to make those antipsychotics they clearly know don't need, different drugs that are made on the markets clearly no one needs but are still sold. If they didn't sell these, promote these, no one would be harmed. Even had people I know of in 20 years, hundreds of them, kind-hearted humans illegally harmed by these, didn't have to be. If the Pope did his job, the world leaders, everyone who was hired into their offices, whether employed and studied for long years mostly, to respect human life, are judged by God right away. Throughout years is still recorded. Out of respect of Jesus even more, religious or not, Pope included, world leaders, religious or not, actors, song actors, singers, women, men, rap artists, country singers, all those singers, Britney Spears, Shakira, all the well-known singers, all of them, there's too many to name, started off on God's side, have singing talent, could morally done right, and offended 100 million people not over 25 years. Since the 1990s, but don't have any decency to respect themselves to wear enough clothing and wear less over the years, singing in water, covered up, look like they're not wearing clothing, the women, almost all of them. Bikini tops one after another is disgusting to a human being. They're all married and have children and they use their paycheck they cannot make. The industry cannot hire them. Offended, disrespected million people. They seduce married men and they then say comments different beyond wrong comments and go on with their life. But they know in their own heart souls they're doing the right from wrong and are judged. They don't get away with it under God. There's seasons there, there's Advent, holy seasons they know to respect, religious or not, whole world knows to respect this Advent before Christmas, do morally right, help others, expecting Jesus is gonna be born, a happy season in peace, religious or not, then Lent now, Lenten season, Jesus is gonna die on the cross, everyone respects this, no one does morally wrong, religious or not, no, they were raised this way. Every human alive, morally taught right, raised by their mother right. Educators, some even religious educators, priests over time went to churches, masses, some not religious, but still clean minded humans. All are judged on the earth right away. It is recorded, everyone knows right from wrong. They cannot say they don't, they cannot plead insanity. Under the throne of God, Jesus, or the Holy Spirit. The gifts the soul is recorded if human does right or wrong. Separately they do wrong and know not to do, and don't do what they consciously know to can rectify on earth. To put I told all world leaders, Pope, if you did something and you made your paycheck can't rectify it as right away as possibly can. Find the previous employers or world leaders. If they missed something, even by accident, whether their job and people suffered medical negligence or they didn't hire someone to fire them, looking into it. If they didn't do right in their paycheck, they supposed to and could have hired someone who would, and a human wouldn't have been harmed and they made money for it. Then to rectify it, turn the paycheck in by law under God, that part of it, or give the funding. You have to rectify these on earth with that individual, the victim, the singers that wronged humanity, to formally apologize. They didn't respect themselves to dress appropriately or without even enough clothing. The men, the women, there's hundreds of them still making the same song, putting more makeup on over the years and still singing offending humans. Go home to their family members and children and use that money they cannot by law under God to do to offend humans. I don't know who even these years didn't get rid of them. The industry themselves, whoever's hired, employ them, are not doing right and making money while harming humans, offending their souls, can't, are judged 100 million times in past 25 years. Had no rights to offend anyone. Human hearing, making music that's even too loud, offensive to humans, movies, the singers, actors, actresses, joking about subject matter that's very offensive, problematic content on the wrong side, on Lucifer's side, song lyrics about killing, offending someone, beyond wrong content. I was inadvertently wronged by all of these on the earth. If they cleaned their mind and knew it's not cool and kept it to themselves, even, and never thought of these when they knew on the right side, then I wouldn't have ever be wronged. Every life affects another life, and I was sinned against, happened to happen this way. And by some punished archangel knows not to do wrong, but did to me, a clean mind soul offended by every wrong that these singers did and actors I never watched the videos of. I was against and lived my clean-minded soul life was inadvertently wronged, against my free will of choice. If they were clean-minded, some stating as an example that every life affects another one, if they morally did right, I wouldn't have been wronged. If they and they wouldn't suffer that way, but they're wrong. If they were morally did right and people hired them and were singing and told these singers, if you're gonna do right, if you're gonna start singing wrong, I'm not gonna hire you. You're gonna offend 100 million people. Clearly, I'm not gonna give you a money paycheck to harm people, offend them, to sing of it that way. That's what they're asked when they're employed. Human given paycheck and poor to have money to work, this is what they choose it for, and most needed to live and to do a good job, to work with people. They're not gonna give the money employers that are hard even make and to offend people and result in humans being killed, tortured, bodily harm against free will of choice, leading liquor to humans leading to traffic accidents, coming home drunk, verbally abusing humans with song lyrics in clubs. Is it not cool? The video's still there. I have a hard time myself finding one video that is even I don't even watch TV at all for years. I avoid it for 25 years entirely because there's nothing proper to see. In recent years and movies entirely. I never went to a movie theater in years because there's nothing even worth even me thinking that there might be a proper movie to even there might be one with no offensive script read by a singer, any actors, actresses. It's not worth even me trying to find a proper one movie to have to go through different ones titles that are so offensive, scary, verbally abusive, morally wrong that a human is not even worth for a human clean mind such as myself or anyone to be strained and offended that way just to find a clean-minded one movie that would be at least funny and intelligent, worth viewing. To look for one isn't even a song these days. All the wrong are still online. I typed these to rectify these on earth and made these videos. For all humans to respect the dignity of their own lives and health as their mother raised them, a human born into existence, loved into existence by a holy grace of loving God, to respect Jesus, not to do wrong in themselves, and not to do wrong to other humans. Out of respect of Jesus too. If a human know not to do morally does wrong, they're judged by Jesus. They cannot do anything wrong to sin. They're judged by him. Cannot definitely wrong, verbally abuse, wrong another human, and know not to. And the Holy Spirit offend their soul. They have singing, clean-minded talents. They know and choose to do wrong with them, to keep to themselves. They cannot even in themselves do wrong. They are judged. It is recorded. Everything adds up. Is recorded every second a human is alive. What they do, what they did, if they knew not to and offended someone, if they didn't do what they can, certain things to rectify on earth with who they offended, to ask their forgiveness, sincerely mean it, and never do it to them again. It is still highly valuable, recorded to a human. If someone offended has made an offensive song, lyric, or movie, then the actor or actress say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, even keep it to myself. I'm sorry I offended you, really mean it, please forgive me. Then it's recorded on the earth as well. It is out of respect, even just from the human telling to the other human and meaning it. It means a lot to the other human. And then it is rectified on earth. It is restored peace between those humans, their souls. Human soul separately is happy that the human took enough time to care, to say apologize. The other human knows they did wrong and they apologize and sincerely mean and rectify it and or know that they're truly forgiven and never wrong the human again, never sing that song lyric again offensive, morally one, never dress inappropriately again in front of people, dress properly clothed with a nice dress, fully covered in front of humans, all covered arms, skin. A lady, they have the $1 million, a nice gown, pretty, would be more $1 million made and easier on the eyes, soul of a nice, kind heart, all millions and children for years, and could have still made millions and even more money by singing morally right song lyrics, saved their own soul, doing right on the earth under God and Jesus, versus offending humans, dancing borderline porn stars with the backup singers too. These they know to the right and never dance this way, but do. Made money for the wrong reasons. Their souls judged, never rectify with their fans, and sincerely mean it, never do again. Apologize. The fans, that is the choice. There are other ones that are like those singers when they were younger and actors and clean minded, have nice voices, but then were offended and didn't listen to their song lyrics because they went wrong. They know not to do or judged and lost even fans. Humans are crying, questioning why all these kind-hearted souls like me, seeing them as children and sing to Jesus, gospel singers, nice voices, had talents, then did wrong for over 2 decades, over 25 years. That's a very, very long time. That's 365 days times in 1 year times 25 years. They sin against 100 million people, offended, millions died, killed, tortured, bodily harm, verbally abused other humans, clubs, drunkenness, came home human drunk, verbally abused their wives, children, harmed humans, promoted killing, gang violence, guns, use, verbal abuse of women, men, children, animals crying have souls, pets. Humans stumble drunk in the night yelling at children. Humans inadvertently wronged. The song lyrics have most played it too loud in clubs everywhere, harmed human hearing, even humans walking by in stores. The managers have to of their customers not to never play any song to harm human health, to play good songs. Those ones not look followed up by those employing them either. To care for their respect their customers, to play clean-minded music songs, especially when children enter these stores. And then they're sold these clothing, as I stated, that these singers are selling disgusting tank tops that barely cover the skin, and shorts, tank tops, the little lady ones, bikini tops, booty shorts for children that are 5 to teenagers old, Playboy bunnies on children's clothing. There's a Playboy bunny on baby clothing, toddler clothing, offensive song lyrics in stores. I had to walk out, a clean-minded adult walk out because I couldn't handle it and don't listen to it. Men in stores over years. I knew these singers were clean-minded and can't even understand how they could sing like that. And they make the money and stare into the camera seducing men. The men looking even they're all married, have their own loving wives and children, and then on the magazines stare there as they're actually seducing someone, that they're attracted to them in the wrong way. They know to do right or not doing and offended 100 million people. They're all judged on earth. They never apologized. Never even over years said, I tired of this, I can't do this. I'm sorry, the fans, I gotta clean up my ways as supposed to. I sorry I offended you saying this for a while, but even myself, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done this myself. I'm sorry, here I apologize. Here I refund these CDs. I get rid of them. I don't remind of them, and you too. I'm sorry I offended you. Refund it, get rid of them, recycle it, burn it. This even years ago is not done, and a human would figure out their own soul is over 25 years. They keep putting more makeup on and sing the same songs, and humans tired don't even want to see these on the magazines anymore. Still in the stores, same actors from 1990s for 25 years with the same TV shows. Humans storing, putting online and watching is one thing if they like something can keep it, but to keep these offensive certain ones for 25 years. Don't even figure out they're tired of this and put something proper for once to respect their own life and soul and others. They have no respect for their own selves, their family, their mother, what cared for them, raised them all the years, and then offensively sing song lyrics, praising and mentioning their mother, how they raised them. They were poor in the hood, the other ones, and praise Jesus most for and God for their talents, but offending all in heaven. That's what I'm saying. These videos, so they know, are judged. No one gets away with anything. Everything needed to be rectified on earth even years ago by these singers. The actors, actresses stopped doing what they morally did wrong if they did, apologize to the fans if they needed, seek their for true forgiveness, rectify what needs done on earth, apologize to those in heaven. Using their talents clean-minded could have stayed that way and the whole world better off by far, and a right to be treated with respect. They know themselves to respect others, but didn't. 100 million lives suffered, lost. A million drunkenness could have been avoided. Humans smoking could have been avoided. This caused cancer, humans in lungs, breathing problem in hospital because these thing put up and invest $1 million, the digital creators of the videos, to put cigars and liquor, hard liquor that is poisonous to humans, clearly can't handle a drop of it. and put there and glamorizing shots of it, bottles of Hennessy, Courvoisier. These are 40% alcohol that burn a human. This is pure poison. It's like gasoline, vodka. Everyone is judged. Liquor industry too. Cigars, they know when they're employed. If they're gonna be a manager of a store, then don't sell anything harmful to human physical health. Then they cannot have a liquor store. They're gonna promote drunkenness and sell it and harm people, gonna have car accidents and abuse humans or the risk of harming a life this way, then don't make liquor in first place. It is a byproduct anyway in a lab of chemicals, and no human wants to internalize this. It is harmful to the brain, pure poison in many ways. It can't even be internalized by even a drop. Has to really be diluted with Coke or something of a whole glass just to internalize a drop. And humans overdrink and burn their internal intestine in their esophagus, food pipe, mouth, have damage, can't even taste right, have function for years, stomach. The humans are judged with this industry too. There are health safety boards that work to prevent these humans from opening a liquor store in general. Restaurants, clubs that promote this, the singers, but they don't do their job. They were hired as us saying, "Are you gonna do your job?" Or and they're not followed up saying, "Are you? I'm gonna give you a paycheck and hire even the employers to respect to follow up. I have money. It's not easy to make, but I have money. I'm gonna employ you so you can have a job for make shelter, food. If you're gonna go do a good job to respect other humans in your job, not open a liquor store, but open a nutrition store, then I'll hire you." The managers themselves open some store and don't care, and millions suffer. Wrong example set. While it is still human free will of choice to go to the liquor store, but they, when it's there, they know they're the ones influencing people the wrong way. They know to morally right and can drink alcohol themselves, and no human can. 40%. Even beer, that's 7%, 3%. That is a byproduct in a lab. Disgusting chemicals. It is like drinking gasoline. Has no benefit to human brain health, causes brain damage, thinking impairment, memory damage, even coma. Human, if drink too much, have severe stomach lining damage, lead to inflammation and leaky gut and allergies for life. In a simple drunken one night, and human can't recover for life and ill. Would their mother raise them right and to remind humans to listen to this? 9 months is a really, really long time for a mother to care for into proper health and raise a stand with a baby and feed every second. It was growing new cells till taller and child enough to adult age. Then taken to school, raised properly as can by the father too, save money to care for this child. Then the child knows to do right and then knows to and did morally wrong. And a wrong cannot itself knows, then keep it to itself. Then it has to seek do morally right between them and God. But if they do cannot offend someone else, they cannot know that they're gonna sell alcohol or promote a singing industry to hire singers or actors to harm, give money, so they even make money offending people, harming human lives, end up resulting in humans killing people, verbally abusing, using their song lyrics, and they live with themselves. I don't know how. It is not like they don't know this. They cannot plead insanity. Under God's throne, they know right from wrong. They're not they're not drunk enough out of their minds, I mean. Rather, or to the point they're brain damaged and can't figure out what they're doing. That's a different situation, but they're sane. They chose to morally do wrong and offend people. So humans to see this video and spread and to think they don't have any respect for themselves and they cannot make money, so push the issue with the leaders, whoever and the Pope and whoever's hiring them, and this under law, they have to say you have to fire them. All those singers, the men and women that don't dress appropriate offending humans, cannot make a paycheck to offend others. They're making money to promote wrong. Their purpose of paycheck is to do right. If they're not doing by law under God, they cannot harm someone. They cannot make money to offend someone. To sin against is a huge offense against a clean mind human hearing. To hear something verbally abusive. They have songs verbally abusing women. And they're men. And under God, they don't get away. No, can't do right. They're doing wrong, rather. They know right from wrong, started off singing, praising Jesus. They have a God given talent, gospel singers, to do right with it. Would have been better off by far. Over 25 years. 100 billion albums sold. Each album has a song that lasts a few 2 to 3 minutes, and almost every word is the F word, the MF word, the B word, SOB. Mostly are rap artists, some R&B, hip hop. We're all clean-minded gospel singers, respecting Jesus, no, still all years. Cannot sin themselves, definitely against someone else can't. This is illegal to disrespect someone else. They don't know to. There are laws on earth under God. The whole industry is in on it. The Pope. So I put these videos to everyone clean their act, rectify what needs done on earth. You made the billions, apologize, fix, save your souls even on earth. Really mean it, seek forgiveness, put the money in to do something proper that you do, but you have all the albums with, and we made the money doing get it wrong was supposed to for right. Put it in to help the victims if needed. Someone died and have no parent because of it in car accident, drunk, when promoted a song lyric killed someone. They harmed another life because they had a wrong song in the club and heard were drunk promoted by these singers are responsible for promoting wrong seriously. They don't have a parent for years, a child because it was in a car accident, the parent and living on the street to consider this, and they have to morally give money, give their paycheck to give to them to live, rectify this with the victims. They don't follow up with this for years. They made the billions go on with their lives, giving it to their children for expensive clothing, where they morally too supposed to sing under God right knew but did wrong. And then people died and offended were, and used that money that they made for wrong to give to the children. Teddy bears, luxuries in life, limousines to take them to school, go on planes on vacation to their husbands. They go to they're married to husbands under God, and but seducing men. So they're I don't want to say. So they're aroused. There are different things in the hundred and they're drunk and then know this singing on the stage, purposely dancing inappropriately with bikini tops and booty shorts to offend people. This is not appropriate, is a disrespect of themselves, their own dignity. Don't even know how their parents would see are obviously crying, don't even watch, probably gave up years ago, don't want to see this. So I'm saying everyone is judged. Everything is judged, recorded in them right away by heaven. No one gets away with anything. If there is a extra second, is it the second coming of Jesus to judge the living and the dead? If this is exists, this is a further holy power from the heaven coming of God, which is supposed to be on earth, monitoring these things separately after humans already judged within themselves by heaven. The second coming of Jesus judge the living and the dead is a this is I don't understand in itself why the heavens haven't accomplished this. This is their job. I'm against what these heavens are doing too. They know, I know, they exist. I have abilities of the mind no human have. Time with my human brain, but not protect on Earth for some reason had to. They're not doing their job on this Earth. Even though mine is recorded in me, what I do right or wrong, do right as best I can. Whatever is on the Earth, the different supernatural entities, angels, punished angels, archangels, Lucifer, a punished archangel guards the underworld. These are carefully selected as the words that humans to hear is true, to listen to carefully assess, to do right in your lives. Your life affects another one. Respect your own dignity, your own life of yourself. Dress appropriately covered. Others will like you more. Definitely so. As I stated, to see an actress with a nice dress covered up and pretty and a nice smile versus one dressed with all clothing hanging, their body parts almost hanging out and no one wants to see. An offended look the other way and have a strained actual heart cause bodily harm to humans. Humans offended in the soul, crying, reacting against it, causes harm. No one wants to see a singer half clad, and most of them all in bathtubs and lakes with it almost looks like no clothing on. And singing, and then the women doing to them things on the screen and men near them that they are married and do this to acting purposes that no human wants to see or judged. So I put to say this for all humans to do their own right. Don't support any of those that know that don't respect themselves or God or Jesus started off, even as gospel singers. Don't have any clearly respect for their own selves, for those in heaven. Don't buy any of the albums further. They made the billions for the wrong reasons. They, by law, remember, cannot do. Under God, we're employed to do right, sing morally right. If they don't think of it this way, is true, cannot make money to wrong other humans, to offend them. Humans are essentially poor. It's work to survive, could hire humans that need money to survive and will actually use their talent of God to sing something proper, to educate people, to sing intelligently, something worth listening to, a pretty melody. But it did not, and made money for the purpose of wrong. They cannot save their soul unless they really clean mind apologize to any victims they had for, but this is 100 million billion people in every country in every language for over 25 years. Could still do and formally apologize, and viewers would love this, and even tell them and throw out this recycler, depending what it is these days, recycling these CDs, reuse it for something coaster and not look at them no more. Don't promote it, be cleaned up in the world. Really mean it though, apologize. Fans love, would at least care, respect their fans, the singers. Actors say, I'm sorry, waste your time with the same stuff for 25 years. I could have sang better, and at least even that less strain on the brain than hearing the same wrong for 25 years. Actors to be intelligent. Years ago, 50s, 60s, started TV shows, movies, singing songs. People put heart into them. People enjoy listening to them. Even still, the years people still listen to that more clean-minded than the ones in the past since 90s till now. They chose and took the time to use their talents to sing something nice. Then they had the fans that rightly deserved, that rightly went there and saw the concerts and had something nice to listen to, nice dress, nicely dressed in a suit, respectful singers. The women, the men, and the women in nice dresses took the time to care, respect, and clothe themselves properly, and to respect their fans and dress up appropriately covered, and say thanks first. Even have made speeches before, thanks for coming. I'm gonna sing this song. I wrote this nice song about for my friend. Something proper, informed people. Then they sung a nice song. They sang it, acting things on the shows. intelligently made shows that humans would intelligent even make sense in English, would even learn something from, benefit from it. Remember a nice script, one liner that stayed with them, that brought joy to their life. This went from 50s to 60s and then 90s downhill to all wrong. The nice ones died out, the singers, actors, and then after that all went downhill. And it's still keeping there, still going, till now. Same actors on the magazine disgusting human puke their brains out, don't want to even buy no more, are still there in tank tops but older, were 20 years old then, teenagers, and now we're 40, put so much makeup on and wearing disgusting tank top, these white undershirts men, and all muscled up with the Jesus cross too. Pay $1 million with the wrong they made money and wear a Jesus necklace with a cross. And praise Jesus at the press conference and God for their talent still. These humans have no respect for any in heaven. They know what to do or judge. What they're saying, some of them are, they know is what they're doing right or wrong, but if they it's a serious punishment. Is one thing if they sing morally do wrong in themselves. They have to seek this rectified in themselves and with God. But if they have no right to offend anyone else and make money for it and a paycheck, and the Pope didn't do anything to stop it. Pope Benedict recently died, did nothing. The previous popes did absolutely nothing. It is their job on the earth to monitor this, have high authority, can say to music industry, don't hire these people. They cannot offend, they're going to result in, there's different other wrong forces that are not part of the earth beyond nature, such as wrong myself can, but they can against human don't choose. But if they remained clean minded and this behaved themselves, then I wouldn't been inadvertently wronged and offended in the ways that I was. So I'm saying what I was wrong to result something really proper from this, to clean this up in the entire world. I put the videos there, as I said, even torture, so I don't even think of this, was harmed, was saying right words and wrong by the wrong side, abused, offended. I was a human, clean-minded human earth angel, and my prayers for other humans and everyone are still blocked to heaven. And I have blocked my brain, my human ability to die since 1999 till now for 25 years. And almost wrong all the years and past years more with the wrong of other humanity that could have known to do right and could have done right, and I wouldn't have been inversely wronged in many ways for over 25 years. Sin against a clean-minded human. My hearing damaged by the wrong they would have clean-minded sung lyrics, TV shows. Needlessly wrong, offended, and I had my hearing a clean-minded human tortured on the earth, the worst ways, and vision harmed. If they clean-minded remained, there would be no wrong side that even would see them doing wrong and wouldn't think of any of it on the earth, and definitely would not wrong me. And I didn't deserve it at all. I didn't allow for this. But I'm saying this, that there are things on earth beyond humans seeing reasoning ability, reasons why humans have to morally do right in themselves and consider this out of respect other humans, other spirits, like is not spiritual but a supernatural beyond nature entities. There are angels that are punished, archangels that are punished exist. No one can see them but are there. These ones are in hell. I was unfortunately wronged by one, and the heavens are not on earth to protect me. For some reason, and I'm on God's side. I am a human being, an earth angel. I, it's true, have a purpose on the earth, was supposed to do my studies, did, but wrong since 1999 and blocked to die and harm different things. But if they kept their clean mind, I would not be inadvertently wronged by. And my soul not crying? My senses no wrong with a clean I never even mentioned in my life, avoided. A clean-minded Catholic human soul. Hearing, senses, organs, flesh, wrong by their wrong. They knew not to do wrong. Singers, movie actors, one-liners, song lyrics, magazines, TV shows. I was wrong illegally by pharmaceutical companies. Promoted these other antipsychotics I didn't need, so I chose to clear that up. It's simple for humans, whoever has these job descriptions and high level. The world leaders put a phone call to the pharmaceutical companies, tell them you did wrong, Angelica. There's proof videos you can clearly see. A victim of all didn't deserve if you all did your jobs, what you were hired not to do morally right. To hire people under you gonna affect 100 million humans. To do right, and if you did right, I wouldn't have been wronged in all these ways for 25 years. And I didn't deserve, I was against and didn't deserve. No one ever apologized to me. No one rectified anything. I even cleared up, did what to taught them to remind them what to respect their jobs are, to respect others or resign, what to fix on the earth. This could be resolved in the past years for sure after all the years, and I restore the heaven respect of all on earth. It has gone too wrong for too many years. It's a horrendously long time. It's been over 25 years. There's almost nothing right left in the world. The kind heart souls are crying suffering, illegally wronged, don't deserve, cannot be by the industries. Could have done right and made money to do right and have a job, give it to employ someone who would hire a clean-minded singer and have enough money, make money for right reasons to live and do a right jobs, and someone would sing something nice, informative, teach someone, sing gospel songs, something beneficial, those ones too. I told to clean up the church. Everyone is judged. Vatican, clean up Vatican sites, don't even stand up for themselves and have to on earth to monitor this. It is their job. Under God is not mine. But I seen different in world at will to do, and I put these videos after tortured, bodily harm, illegally alive. They haven't offended me too, had to protect me as well, are not on earth for some reason. I know they have more powers to protect me than the one I have is true, beyond nature. With my human is time brain, there's holy protection. So that's why how I know these things are to be true. Every word I speak to the best of my human reasoning ability and from experience in different things as a Catholic raised and went to the masses and did different things to prevent the human health from failing anymore, from prevent humans from suffering, others offending other humans even inadvertently, for humans to respect, remind them themselves when they were born, their mother loved them, cared for their health, physical health, to be temples for spirit, to help others. Their hearing, to never offend someone else's hearing, they have no right to do. Human is judged. Their hearing, what they listen, choose to listen to, is right or wrong. Every second recorded by the heavens in a human, religious or not. No one gets away with anything. Further, there's supposed to be the holy powers, which I believe. God is supposed to be present on earth to further protect anything on the earth to make sure and the prayer has been prayed, mercy, Jesus, for years. So I told people no more praying the rosary. Tell easily in heart, soul is supposed to be that they were prayed. Nothing holy powers God to the earth. Preventing pandemics, proper popes, world leaders doing entirely their jobs. Could have and industries and cleared up for years. Did absolutely nothing on the earth. Aren't even protecting me, have to. They have the true exist. I know from these experience and different things that they do exist, have huge holy powers, can protect and heal anything, change the weather instantly, protect humans, animals, and that through miracle they can know how to miraculously straighten a human spine in a split second and grow 100 million muscle cells out of nothing miraculously if human needed to heal cells into perfect health. But they're not on earth doing these. Despite 100 million prayers, even Catholics devout like as a child, it is recorded in human souls. I am very offended. I told humans then to don't pray long rosary or Father, stick to this main point, save your health. The prayer has been prayed to mercy, even Jesus, for others for years, in every language by Catholics, Jewish. It never result on earth, maybe two miracles, is beyond disrespect on the heaven side of humans. They know not to do. They are judged. Every human is judged right away. Holy powers are supposed to be on earth present when a human cares enough to pray what they're supposed to protect on earth and need healing, and then care enough and done the next step and healed. What they're supposed to care and make sure no one's suffering in front of someone already. They're not doing this. The nearest to Jesus' prayer mercy, with his kindness, compassion he has, the real one, to prevent suffering in hell, resolve everything on earth, proper popes, no natural disasters, no pandemics, hasn't come to the earth. Should have been after even SARS for sure. The recent earthquakes had to be avoided by heaven are not. They had to do. The prayer's been prayed. It was never a human job to pray, but recorded in humans. So I told humans, I made these videos for truth, to tell surely the prayers. Pray the rosary by others. Prayed our fathers needlessly 100 million, but prayed. Never result to the earth, so surely say to get themselves from the heaven immediately and fix it. Then humans, that's all they can do. Tell them if it wasn't accomplished, the miracle protection right away. And then humans do what they can healthy to do on earth to act. File complaints. That's why I made the videos to remind humans in job what their job is. Humans cannot make paycheck to wrong human. Their paychecks are given by kinder employers to help other humans. They're gonna work with humans, take care of animals, children, caregivers, teachers, do what is in job description they're trained to do. If they're not gonna do their job and respect others, then they cannot be hired to make money to harm them. Respect a valuable dignity of life, have meaning of another human life, are judged. No one gets away with it. To clarify what this judgment means, when a human dies, then they're asked. They don't tell a human what they did wrong. The human knows what was right or wrong, and then they say, if it wasn't rectified, it's forgiven on earth. Say I did it, they ask, so what did you do wrong? You're gonna go to hell? What did you do wrong? If they did right, then they go to heaven and rest. If they did something new and didn't rectify, and this is beyond for years, different industries, and a million people suffered, died, and offended, who knows what, and didn't rectify with the fans even years ago, had to be done on the earth, restore peace, restore everyone in heaven on earth to respect it as clean mind humans, dressed appropriately, never offended again. This has been on earth too long. Pope, a younger one, found even a taller, I said, would hire a child that comes there, say, Papa. I would, as a human myself, hire that child and give a paycheck and live whole mansion, Vatican, Disneyland, to a child to run the world. They would do a better job than the world leaders with a kind heart, and all they have to do is know to put budget, make phone call to put the home to enough shelter for people, proper jobs, and do the job. No one would suffer, and they do the job. Toddlers running the world. They have the kind heart, even animals. An animal, a dog, has a kind heart of them all, would stand there and hear something kind hearted and would bark happy about something. If it's something wrong, bark against it. Has no right to be offended either. To keep in mind, animals have souls, alive have hearing, kind heart of them all. They're clean minded in own being all the time. They never wrong any human. They are more clean-minded than most any human alive. And they're loved into existence as to have a dignity of God, to be respected, as organs to be taken care of by more humans, especially during COVID times. There's need more vaccine research done. These animals has different species. I don't know why this hasn't been done yet. These are our souls. They have respiratory tracts to be taken care of and managed during COVID when they're pets. Loved animals are judged too, but they don't do anything wrong. They might act in self-defense. They cry if offended their hearing. They don't want to hear song. They have vision too. Keep in mind, they don't want to hear offensive songs. Nothing does, even animals. Scary movies will suffer. Keep in mind, humans with pets are this. Fans, whoever hears this, spread to the world, to all world leaders, to the singers, to listen as many times needed, learn what they're supposed to know and respect. Animals suffered on Earth when there's a very abusive song lyrics. No one even know they don't know how to go to a doctor, say they had a heart strain, they can't heal it. They're offended, crying, don't even know what it is. The singers never rectify it with the animals. Even they don't choose to listen to it, obviously clean-minded, but hear it inadvertently beside them. Clean-minded humans like myself, hearing damage because someone playing their music too loud, promoting these, hearing different swear words, who knows what, and about women and don't want to hear. Everyone is judged, including those in heaven. On the earth, humans are judged right away. Lucifer guards the underworld, is an archangel punished. It guards the gates of hell and heaven, and on the hell and the earth. It doesn't do anything wrong. It's already been punished, does right under God. These are exact words, which are true spoken by a human and earth angel. God's word, what the definition of Lucifer is. Separately, anything on the side of wrong, evil in itself, is in a supernatural, different phenomena. This is different than the definition of something on the side of evil or side of wrong, the side of morally wrong. These are two different things. These words and are to be avoided by all, have never and to be cleaned up in church. That's why I made these articles to clean this up in the whole world for humans, and I thought when I could cripple, but then type this so all to spread to all humans to act. Be the human earning help or cripple. I don't have all the contact numbers. I would talk to industry right away, resolve easier that way. Would hear this and do a right job. These are words, true that anyone can tell them, please help. Online, clear it up. Tell them to get rid of these certain songs, and you will save even a child looking through and to find a nice song and inadvertently see something offensive, heartstring, spend like myself hours trying to find one pretty song is almost impossible. And I have to go through 100 million wrong, different, who knows what, and don't want to hear. Humans poor, don't have enough money for internet days, but they try and want to listen to something nice right away. Have a right to do. So if it's cleaned up from YouTube offensive, they have say the human to be they have every place has a file complaint department, but some they need to follow up on it. I put some things to clean up these people, but didn't get through, or the human didn't do what they're supposed to, reply right away. The heavens are judged too. They don't get away with it. If more people told, that's why I say they don't pray the wrong, think intelligently about your health. Don't go to any holy mass anymore. Don't travel in too cold to warm on Sundays. They rest. Stay home. Heavens are not. These are heavens on this side about this. Human health is most important. When human is physically healthy, can use its gifts of soul to help someone. It is more important than to travel with their health, and especially COVID, monkeypox virus, avian influenza virus times. Need to prevent the spread of this virus, respect human dignity of themselves and others, prevent it from spreading as much as possible, then it will die out. It will be gone from the world. It is not worth risking going to a church and spreading in holy water viruses. I got rid of this practice and all practices in the Holy Church entirely physical as harmful to health deemed and never allowed to be practiced again by any human alive. Out of respect of the health and life of all 100 billion million people in the world. Children, adults, priests, every religion, religious or not, everyone who practice these poor Muslim people bending to Allah, stop entirely, save your health. It resulted in nothing from heaven ever healing anyone. It was never heavens who came to the earth and told human to practice these. Human would pray, it has been prayer recorded, but physically human is not required to kneel. It is said over years that people from Connor they were misinformed like me was I went Catholic to church for years but could have stayed home and day actually is God's day of rest, not a worship. Before a long work school week, Sundays, is a God rested after work the whole week. To respect others, to even say what I'm saying, to listen and spread it immediately, and we'll share it to the world. And even a few seconds, there's mass posts, Twitter. World leaders will resolve this, can and fund these industries and ban all singers that have abusive content. It's already been too long. Get rid of it and give money to something beneficial to humanity, as they're supposed to do. Find victims if humans can tell them to put a complaint department if and approve it can say like I was harmed illegally that it can by law true proven that it was result in harm or this human to because of this and by law if it actually when it happened to the singers to put the money that they to help the victims fix it on earth while they have a chance on earth if they get apologies given to the singers the fans all truly forgive them. Everything is rectified. Everyone is never offended. They never wronged them again. Then they save their own soul in a way. They are forgiven by those who needed forgiveness from the fans they offend in order to do. The content is gone. CDs still burn or did not burn, but disposed or recycled, used for something else so they don't see it again. The wrong is gone. The money that was made for wrong purposes supposed to be for right, invested and given to the victims to right the wrongs. Use it for right moral purposes. Humans that were promoting drug and club industry with the wrong songs. Give it funding to help nutrition fund advice or something right in the world for humans to recover from drug addiction, from alcoholism. There's millions suffering damaged belly because they saw this and promoting calling the song videos made put $1 billion to invest in that. Could have made a video promoting a nutritious sandwich and a nice recipe they found, and 100 million people would have benefited and actually bought this, would love to purchase something beneficial to health, but didn't do this and offended, wronged 100 million people for 25 years and millions suffered and have damage in hospitals with burned stomachs from alcohol, lung cancer, smoked cigars, cigarettes, weed. I can't even barely walk down the street downtown. There's weed. Singing the songs, people drunk high. These are singing wrong that no human wants to hear because they hear it on the songs. And I human don't even listen but offended, smell this, I get ill from these people beside me. If they didn't make these songs and didn't promote this, then the children wouldn't see these and other humans and wouldn't do these things. And I was needlessly wronged, had to inhale different smoke beside me that I didn't choose, verbally abused, wrong, different things because these humans promoted the wrong things. Others humans wrongly affected, couldn't handle, but did to me, to others. This 100 million disrespect I'm a lady didn't deserve, other women too. This has been too many wrong for too many years. Everyone has been recorded. I was never formally apologized to. I even chose to help these people to rectify this. Never replied these senators right away and would do to human and say thanks for this. I'll clean up my act. It's been too many years. You're right. I'm supposed to do right this way. I'll fix it. Didn't do anything. 100 of them. Someone please get this video to the Pope. Tell him to resign. Hire someone to respect humans, even a child. Get rid of they're too old. The most priests, they never in his job to help me on earth. Is God represent as human on earth. That is his job. He didn't help prevent COVID. The previous one didn't either. Never wears a mask. Endangers 70,000 disheartening people cry to see a dead pope invited there, and under God Jesus did wrong. He doesn't get away with it. Those people died and came there and prevent them from to enforce they stay 2 meters away. Are you properly vaccinated? Don't travel here in the first place. There are restrictions. Don't travel from other countries to see to St. Peter's Square or the Vatican is to hear me speak. He's on Twitter, has the videos on YouTube, and people will tune in safe at home, not travel there and spread the viruses of different from countries. Humans not even wearing masks, not enforce that, to stay 2 meters away from one another, nothing. Rain and cold winds spreading who knows what, then leave going to other countries, spreading to other countries. Never leave the earth, change virus danger instead, mutate forms. The longer it stays, there are no vaccines, and everyone will suffer and die out. The Pope is judged for right and wrong he did. He has seriously wrong not done his job. He knows in people he studied for years, passed more than priests over 4 years of hard studies, and not doing his job, making the $1 million each year. And a Vatican could give to the orphans. I put a video with these world leaders and him have budgets, and he could call maneuver these two to over 2 billion orphans with no parents living dark and cold, could have helped them, and the previous pope have to take back their paychecks. They still access to it. When he died, I think Pope Benedict is making books now money. He didn't even help anyone. There's no one informing people on this. That's why I'm speaking this. Don't buy the books. The Pope is dead. The other Pope, there's now Francis endangered when he died and have people showed up, risk their life, didn't tell them to stay home to save their life, prevent the spread of viruses in children, other people, 70,000. To see a dead Pope endanger their lives and didn't respect his own day life and theirs to say to wear a mask, to tell them this, and to prevent the spreading in world after 4 years on earth. And then after an Advent and Christmas was there making his speeches, mentioning Holy Mary's name, how dare he. Other humans he is commenting in different languages in other videos after that Lent. This is a disrespect of, this is not a world Pope leader. He is not a good moral example in any way. He is judged by me. I'm a human earth angel. I put this there. I spoke the truth, had to be done right away. I contact for 25 years. He did nothing, even by snail mail says, but he's on Twitter every day. I put a letter there and I need him, is #1 representative on earth in my matters, to help me. Did absolutely nothing, and previous popes for 25 years. Archdiocese, well registered in Catholic, but never helped me when I needed it, turned me away from a sanctuary, even on holy ground. because they make their paycheck. They can't find another priest to open the doors or go there. For human serious matter knows in my matter that I have to be safe on holy ground and turn me away. There's million people, even priests, religious or not, online said be cautious, be intelligent. If you think it's not worth a mass listening to, it is I created the new ones to help humans. Stay home and rest. Old mass gone. Don't waste your time with it. Live a morally good, right, healthy life. Stay home and rest. Prevent the spread at all costs of viruses. Rest on Sundays before and after another school long work week. Your health is more important. This is what is important to God too. Jesus, you respect your health and life and others. They cannot heal you. Don't endanger your lives traveling in too cold to warm to worship places. These are all deemed closed. Harmful to human health, always too cold or too warm anyway. Human burn calories and practice kneeling, walking upstairs with no food already left. This is all harmful to health. This is not worship. This is misinformation. Humans been inadvertently harmed for years. It is stopped in the world by me. Out of respect of 100 million people that the Pope or other priest should have figured out for years but didn't. A human real earth angel. I'm speaking the truth, and him and everyone act. Is a serious matter. Would a priest, a pope rather, the Pope Francis, what is supposed to already said this for months, seen my videos and doing what I told, or I could do online, make other video over time. I made only what I can. Put the ones I have. Did what his job is and others to even remind what their jobs are, to restore order in all job descriptions, restore dignity, respect of one for another, get rid of all the wrong. No one can make paycheck for doing wrong, but it's intended to do for right purposes, affect another life. High-level jobs affect million people below them. Sin online every day, TV shows, news. Pope, millions tune in. It's not one human, 100 million people tune in every day on Twitter to see what the Pope is gonna say, what the Dalai Lama is gonna say, what the Biden saying, president, what the Secretary of State saying, what the actors are saying, the actors' fan pages. These main people that have the billion viewers and followers, humans see and look up to, all of them not either do their job or the some in the industry is all doing wrong. And all the other people influence wrong. Humans harm live and never rectified. So I chose to rectify these past years for sure. I spoke these videos. I put them online, barely then something blocked for the past months. On the earth, against my human free of choice, innocent human, illegally, with no heaven on earth here to unblock it, to prevent humans from suffering, to fix this all once and for all on the earth. An innocent human needlessly wronged, because others didn't keep the no to the right, didn't keep the wrong to themselves. Severally, I don't deserve and choose, as I stated, there's to explain for the purpose that there are different forces for everyone to do right as best they can. Consider this from now on. Everyone is judged. A final judgment is always cast. If human every second they choose to do right or wrong is assessed, recorded. Thoughts, human physical actions, doing right, morally wrong, dressing appropriately, not addressing appropriately in front of humans. This has all been recorded. Every human, every second, and always is. All supernatural entities are judged, recorded if they do right or wrong. They know all humans and supernatural entities, including Lucifer, is an archangel that's punished. Never do wrong and can't, out of respect of the holy divine God. Is one holy true God, and everyone and everything knows to respect the and practice the holy fear of God. This is a respect of God and to fear that if they do wrong, they're really punished. And is a severe, is serious punishment. Human has no right to morally do wrong in themselves, and definitely wrongly never affect million viewers or people and not do their job if they're in high office. To never to even leave out to help the orphans could put budget right away, and they're suffering no food and children in the dark alone, babies, and live with no parent even to take care of orphans, and they died out and suffered in Africa, still millions. There are 2 billion orphans that they could maneuver budgets and poke to help accomplish, and MFB right away didn't do. Had to do for years, they make the phone call, that is their job. Humans suffered in many ways, homeless, me, disability, not given money, chose to rectify this. So other humans have to act to help me. And them, there's clearly millions still suffering, don't have to be, but one phone call telling these things by law under God, and they smart enough because they fear for their job either rectified or be fired, and put their budgets to help people clean up all industries, take even a day, few hours every second, and it's cleaned up in the world. Those that did wrong fired, paycheck taken away, and put funding into someone to rectify victims, apologies given, humans forgiven, and everyone happy and healthy. It takes a few phone calls. World leaders have the resources, priest and archbishop, pope, clergies put the videos ahead. No more praying that they close the churches. They're inhumane as it is. Turn into some community center. Something beneficial to area use the holy ground are better off. These are inhumane buildings deemed not safe for human health, harmful to health, too cold or too warm anyway. They never helped anyone. Too many harmful physical, religious practices. I'm Catholic. I did for years. If someone told me I'd stay home, they're useless. Except harm the health, could have stayed home and slept. God never helped me, and I need more help than anyone for protection purposes. Real, and I did nothing wrong. Not on earth. God is judge too. Jesus. There's you have to practice the holy fear of Jesus too. Respect he did suffer, die, and went to heaven. And the respect of the to practice holy fear of the Holy Spirit. They do have holy, huge powers. To have to be respected, and his order is maintained this way as well in the universe. In all humans assess, judge, respecting their clean-minded ways, moral beliefs, etiquette, to respect others. These words all have meaning. Religious or not, humans know. Respect dignity of a life to be valued, to respect every human, their health, their rights, their gender, a woman to be respected all the time, to speak properly to a lady, to every human, the way they're right to be respected as a human being, a valuable life. Children to be respected, animals, they do have souls to remind people. By even mentioning these in COVID time, they have and get the vaccine made. These are animals with different species. Ideas that one human would think of and put to researchers might not have thought of and could save a million animals from suffering. Everyone any idea even have could write it down and act. Send it to someone who can accomplish it. This modern day internet, there's people online put comments there, say please I thought of this, maybe you're intelligent, you learned this in university, maybe you can find a cure, here's an idea, maybe you can publish this or something, I have an idea here, take it as long as you help someone. And then people would view, they have the billion viewers, then the credible doctors and online, make a video with yourself, people, and to help others will type in what they need something and is there. There's even information like this spoken to help someone else, and people of you share have to act, and they learn and about these things and spread these days by social media, on the phones, Instagram, Facebook. There's mass posts. Some people have more money, pay the $2-3 and tag it 100,000 people at once. Advertising boost their posts, can send to 1,000 people, friends they have, and people will see in that day something important to help them. And this will be fixed in the world in even second to hours, and this will be done in the world and resolved. 100 million people will not suffer, and keep following up, remind people. A lot of people don't know medical matters and would love to know basic nutrition. That's why I made that online merciful information session, replace the old mass, gone. is harmful to health, made the new one to help humans focus, to be well rested. Remind every Sunday, take a few minutes, read my site. It's on the Earth Angel Help site, but a separate page. Then the human is physically healthy, well rested, and have basic nutrition knowledge that I learned for years and different things to put together. It maybe looks a bit lengthy, but when read and human read over first, then review will remember what is basic to proper human health, physiology, how it functions, so then they know what to eat. Can then make other human priests and pope had to sites can add to it their own site. To humans can add throughout the week helpful tips for human health. Review remind them the priests and pope and non-religious welcome now. To remind them to be healthy first, then they can use their gifts to help others. To prevent COVID, a separate section remind every week with the up-to-date what viruses are in the world, bacteria, what the preventative measures are, new masks, sanitizers, what they do. Keep reminding people. Then that fourth part to remind them of human dignity to respect. The humans that are Catholic, there's only left certain standard prayers for a purpose of review. Human can still read these, but these are not prayers to be mentioned. They strain the heart. It's useless to be repeated. Anything that you think to care for in your health is assessed on earth too. Your health is more important. If you think there are Catholic other prayers that didn't even make sense, people but prayed because they were told and would repeat it and leave. But they strain their heart. Think if it's useless to you and then not tell to heaven right away something intent of a prayer simple to be done, then don't pray it. Don't strain your heart. Even tell if it's not intelligent, tell others to get rid of it. And by word they'll get rid of online and no one will pray and waste their time. No one will suffer heart damage. Don't need to burn calories, poor, and praying some useless, never repeat. Jesus have mercy on my life and whole world 3 times. It is useless if people think of it. There's no even intent of saying, hey, Jesus, come here and help me, is might be more useful than a human than saying, Jesus, have mercy in my life, whole world 3 times. Accomplishes absolutely nothing. Million people said this for years, it's nothing. He's not on earth doing anything. He's recording souls, but so what? The heaven I'm against had to do what it on earth too. When humans did it, at least scared. But if someone started these useless certain prayers and symbolic repetition, this is this is not allowable. This is probably on Lucifer's side. But it was intense recording humans nonetheless been prayed. Humans misinformed but prayed and recording over years. But the heaven didn't do their part after. To heal, make sure good world leaders, to do what they need on earth. Been resolved supposed to for years. I'm a human against this entirely. This over years seen had to be done already is not. By heaven's side, they are judged too. With respect, but they have to be told instead of praying the prayer has been prayed. Where's the good popes? Angelica told us true when we think of it. I prayed holy rosaries for 20 years as child and kneeling when he could have told me to stay on one day of rest. But I went there and prayed and nothing resolved. Why not? They having miracles for someone else, have to the next step do. We're supposed to be on earth already. Protection for other people. Me needed protection. People told never got to me. Had to right away. What's going on? Get yourselves immediately every second count. That's why the world is not in order. There's nothing in the universe in order. To tell them to smarten up in heaven and get themselves from heaven and do it right away will accomplish more. Say the prayer had been prayed rosely nonetheless, but prayed holy ones, accomplished nothing got to earth. Peace, no more earthquakes, previous pandemic, COVID supposed to be not on the earth. Why not? Do it now, fix it. Don't string her, but tell the truth seriously. It will have more accomplished for years. And hopefully heaven will get themselves down here and fix it, have to right away. If they don't tell them the truth, you have no right to leave me alone. I needed protection now. You weren't here. It's not my job to pray for protection, healing. You're supposed to accomplish this already. Protect me, God. The people have been prayed for others such as myself. Mercy, Jesus. To have mercy, so I die when need to be protected. Healed when need to, heal others. The prayer has been prayed. years for even others, accomplish nothing supernaturally from heaven on earth. Get yourselves from heaven, you are judged too. You are holy God. These are rules in heaven too. They had to do their job on earth, didn't. Humans suffered needlessly. Jesus then said, never leave humans alone. These have meanings too. Tell them these. You're supposed to be here. You weren't. Why not fix it right now? And then if they don't say you got holy powers, you're even I prayed and not my job, but told you, let you know someone else need healing. This wasn't resolved. You didn't fix it. You know right to do this. My heart is strained. You're supposed to fix it. Do it with respect of them, and then hopefully be accomplished. Recorded soon as possible. Done something. Have to be on earth right away. More accomplished if told the truth to them, respecting them, and say they're judges too. You're supposed to be here. Holy God. Angelica chose. She even prayed for years, told and is told to pray to God. God loves humans. Oh yeah, really. It's true the meanings of this, but then tell the truth to him and say instead of saying pray to God, God loves humans, don't pray. Do what you can do in life. In your heart soul, if you choose to pray, say God a nice day, say thanks for the sun or something. If a miracle, some people get miracles happen, then praise. But for prayer purposes, humans not required to pray. They're selfless prayers when they seek to help others to heaven. Beyond that, standard prayers, these are for information pieces only to remind of the faith, basic health, the ones left. These are not intended to be repeated in holy rosaries. Even some of these need change a little bit to human to think and actually if it has a purpose to being said. If it doesn't have any importance to your life to be said, and there's no point in repeating it. To burn calories and think if heaven's not coming and miracles never happened for years, then don't pray a whole rosary. It's not gonna happen. Don't string your hell, you're not required to pray. 100 million Hail Marys or Fathers. It was recorded people prayed, and over a time, I don't know, then heaven is assessed on the dead, but what happened then? This is human life on earth. Humans have one life to live. Heaven is not getting through from heaven to the earth. Needs to be told by other humans. And hopefully they'll get themselves from heaven. They are judged too. Even everyone to respect each other. But to tell them the truth, to get immediately, every second counts. Fix this, Pope leaders. And if they don't, then do what you can as humans. Simply follow. Go on Twitter. Whoever follows or access to Pope accounts to send messages. Archbishop, call them. We'll contact Pope and say, look, see Angelica's site, read it. Here's your job description, do it. And a few phone calls and two world leaders will rectify of the contact numbers, resources, and be restored. All resting, human having healthy, everyone happy, all industries fixed in a matter of seconds to the hour right away. And everyone happy, have proper health care, all the negligent staff gone, their paychecks turned in, help the victims, everything rectified, proper world leaders, proper Pope, younger one, the one that cares, do something entirely their job. Most did most of their job, but not all of them. The world leaders, Pope. Everyone is judged on earth. This is the truth. There are other, that's why I put these online. There's other bullshit. Hundreds of different Catholic religion ones. Priests wasting time, people saying things that in trying to figure out Old Testament, different things. This is truth spoken, what I know from experience. Different things as Catholic devout was. Human and a human being. A human, but I am an earth angel, is considered a high rank in archangel, above archangels rather in heaven, but a human made of flesh on earth. To restore this on earth what God didn't maintain and didn't Jesus and Holy Spirit, but I'm made of flesh. I need heaven to protect me too, but hasn't my prayers have been blocked for 25 years for others? I would have anything handed to me to heal anyone alive and do my research and get rid of all genetic and all disorders and COVID before started and SARS, but mine was blocked to heaven. illegally. I was crying so wrong alone on the earth. I have to respect the heavens for years. So then I say for humans do what they can on earth and be human earth angels. They pray simply to heaven, tell if they didn't get healed, someone or fixed, and then do what you can on earth to help find the proper world leaders, file complaint, follow up. They have to listen. That's why they have the emails, numbers. World leaders listen. They have to do because they work with people. That's their job. Affect million other people funding budgets. That's their job. They can't say they don't have money for housing. That's their job. For disabled, for the poor, to help less fortunate countries. They have the budgets. Tell them to do their job. If human file complaints, see useless videos they're doing, say don't waste my time, save other people's health and lives, say you're supposed to do this in your job, remind them and they'll do it. Or they resign and hire someone that will do it and get paid for doing right, and 100 million people will not suffer. So there might be another, what is supposed to be on earth, further protection, holy ones, healings, where they protected proper popes by the holy powers, this so-called and separately the second coming of Jesus. But a human is judged, recorded on the earth, what they do right or wrong. They can't do wrong to anyone else. They have no right to do ever. Song lyricists, those script writers, the ones that write the scripts for the songs, the movies, commercials, offensive, cannot make money for wrong. So anyone who has accounts and put this video is by law under God credible information true to use to get rid of these people. To focus on this on the earth and be rectified immediately as when people act, have the contact resources, call them as much as needed, there's but push the issue is not done right away and be done. Cleaned up from the world. YouTube videos that don't need our misinformation, help human me. Early angel put the words, what are the difference between deliverance, true? What is difference between that and exorcism? Exorcism is a command by an exorcist for anything on the wrong side, as commanded by God, and as authority by an exorcist human and Jesus, and is legally binding on earth immediately to heaven, and has to obey the Holy Spirit and any in heaven. The further then the God has another holy power. What is bound on earth is legally bound in heaven right away. These are serious meanings on earth in heaven, courts, throne in heaven. These are not only names, there's a holy God, real one. Jesus, mercy with these gifts, knows the Holy Spirit, intelligent one with these virtues. These do all exist, but first they're in the heavens. They're in a different realm in heaven. This is earth. What is in hell is supposed to be in hell. Never mention anything about hell unless you have to. Priests, be careful with their words. Promote human health, as I stated in the merciful session. Put mine there and put that a link there. And human will read this every week and add to their own site. And everyone will be health restored and remember their virtues every week to be healthy, use their gifts. Refresh them with what's going on every week about COVID prevention, different viruses, medical techniques to help people can collaborate throughout the week. Put it on the site, religious or not, make their own blog version of it. And then put a respecting reminder of job dignity. Make sure follow up people are doing their job, who they're hired. Don't give money if they're not going to do their job and offend people. They're going to work with someone else, work with animals, to treat them with respect. If they're not, don't hire them. Don't open restaurants with liquor. Avoid them. Tell the managers. Stores that are open mass respect. If humans act, then they'll do something. If they don't, then the wrong keeps going. Humans suffering, and nothing gets accomplished, right? And it can't go on this way. It's been going too long. Managers opening store like Walmart with McDonald's with no masks. When is the most time doctors know to prevent the spread, wear a mask. If you even think it's too questionable to protect your health, wear the mask. Is more important prevent the spread of respect your life and others? It didn't leave the world. There are other viruses worse. Children, everyone has to be protected. Is the most time to stop wearing masks, but people have not been wearing them. They could even be the companies themselves. Someone doesn't know, but they could have put there so people shopping there, and then people don't know about it. They thought maybe it went away or the government lifted a restriction for proper reasons, so they don't have to wear masks. This is not true. Human with a McDonald's went there and working with food, and if you think it to be common sense until people put online, they have complaint departments called it easily. There's emails to Justin Trudeau and Biden, world leaders. They'll usually mostly reply. These other people, they have to because they work with million people. It's a serious matter in the world. Pandemics, help right away is recorded on Earth. Then you'll have other people, they won't be wronged. They don't deserve everything rectified, and everyone will have restored health. Animals happy, humans happy. Then the virus will go away sooner. Children can socialize. People can open nice stores and buy nice clothes. No more wrinkled stuff to send back. No more liquor store. Open some community center, a child daycare center, or nutrition store will benefit the area. Humans file complaints, say, look, no one needs the liquor store, no one even shops there. This is illegal to consume, is a hazardous to human health. Humans say these things and say, look, can't be here, close it down. Don't set a wrong example, and it'll be closed, there's no more liquor store. Be a store where people need fruits and vegetables and buy food and travel short distance and have food to eat. Is better a supermarket and human act simple phone calls can result in this in a seconds to days, and a human will be already healthier and million people others will benefit, as supposed to be done for years. Even church grounds. It is not a worship place anymore. These are deemed wrong to human health, too cold, too warm anyway, too hard pews. This is disrespect of spreading viruses and humans putting in holy water in the Jesus wafer to hand. This spreads germs in itself. This is banned from the world. Angelica, human earth angel, authorized this, told the Pope to enforce it, and all religious world leaders. And world leaders, religious or not, to help this. Have the viewers, non-religious, help spread, share to the religious ones, help prevent spread that way to you, to help save children, help lives, religious or not. Humans act now is supposed to be done for the past years already, and will save 100 million health and lives. And then every rest is recorded, healthy, safe. Everyone treat everyone with respect, happy, hear a nice song instead of wrong. All the old useless scary movies gone, exorcist crap gone. Is misinformation. It's not based on truth, so there's no time wasting, no point rather wasting time of their life or other humans with something scary that it has no truth value to it. Just because it says a Vatican exorcist doesn't mean that is a Vatican exorcist authorized this. They are even misinformed. I fixed things, definitions put online in an article based on actual truth that there is no demonic possession, there's no such thing as demonic obsession, no generational curses, there's no witchcraft, there's no humans with powers for these. Humans to avoid the topics and to never mention certain words and live a clean minded life. So to share this, to spread all priests, to edit out misinformation, masses, get rid of old ones, gone, promote the proper health care of your patrons, the parishioners, online masses now to prevent spread, close all the doors. The viruses are not gone. To prevent the spread, no more holy water, no more Eucharist. Stop making it. Use that money to help the poor. Don't make no more holy water. Prevent spread of virus, bacteria is what counts as the blessing. The meaning of it, everything knows humans, is recorded, supernatural entities. Under God, they know what it means. Nothing can say they don't. No supernatural entity, angel, archangel, punished, or Lucifer himself, a punished angel, archangel under God or judged, cannot plead under insanity under God. They are judged right away, by all heavens recorded, and have to do right all the time. Is there any human knows right from wrong? They know right from wrong, and have to do right on the fear practice, holy fear of God. And Jesus and Holy Spirit respect them and fear that if they do wrong, they know not to in themselves, that they're punished straight to the pit. They cannot do wrong, and definitely not to anyone or anything. They have no right to do, nothing does. Everything has to respect everything else. Everything has to respect humans. Lucifer knows this. He's an archangel punished. He doesn't come near humans. This is true words for humans, even evangelists, to spread to prophets by now, priest, pope. He can speak these and people be informed properly. Never mention the names. Lucifer is the same devil. Satan, Lucifer, is a punished archangel. It guards the gates of hell. Does nothing wrong, or it is judged, it doesn't do wrong. It guards the gates of hell. It cannot wrong a human unless they invoke to call it, and it doesn't do. It is not allowed, it doesn't come near humans. There are demons, which are angels, punished, knew not to do wrong, are created to do God's will, or archdemons. These ones are banished to the pit of hell and can't get out, are not allowed near humans. So humans avoid these terms because I don't know how mine came near me and I don't allow for. A human doesn't choose it on earth and doesn't invoke something by free will of choice and doesn't give permission if they respect Jesus, a believer in Christ, cannot be affected or sinned against by any wrong forces. Anything on wrong side. Unless they verbally give permission to be wrong because they don't deserve it. No human is right to be wronged, offended, abused, or anything by anything else or any human as known. Is illegal if they do is torture. This is not allowed for anyone to harm anyone else. So this has to be, these are true spoken words to be shared. They put the efforts over years, but some are blocked somehow. Need to have insight to unblock this. Here on the earth, for Angelica, it's human. For this to get the normal human on earth, for people to see this. It has been blocked for the past months. After it was harmed and stopped and would have been done and typed finally and shared into the world. And then make sure someone even to help me do some of it and then the rest to make sure someone earlier than I did. But I'm still kept alive. It has been blocked for too many months past it had to really get to the world. A normal human type, but there's something on YouTube blocked the account. Some on Facebook for certain for humans to help me on Earth. Some of them. Anything and so humans suffering without my help that I type in was harm couldn't and would be helped already months ago. I don't allow for it is illegal, it's not allowed to happen to me. I'm a human, don't allow by choice it to do to me, and I'm a believer in Christ's respect, so cannot be wrong this way. Nothing can wrong human and against free will of choice. They always stand, these are laws in the universe, these are the way things are truth, inalienable truth. What is inalienable truth is a true all the time a truity. A truth under God the right side at all times that there's no wrong to it. Cannot be wronged is always true and right. This is truth spoken by a human and high ranking as celestial being in heaven. Above archangels, outrank clearly the Pope by far, a humanitarian, and spoke true words for humans to hear and to hopefully people will resolve this help right away. I did what I could, and then separately humans to help separately to do and use their virtues well rested and help this post to world and Every second counts, will be resolved. Humans happier, healthier. COVID will be spread less. Variant strains, whoever said Walmart, call the managers help in their area, their cities. Different stores, dollar stores are not humans. Anyone wearing masks, no one checking sanitizers. All this a few months recently. Churches, people going not even a mask. People even with food industry not wearing masks when they're preparing it. Be cautious if you think it is still known and the virus is spreading. Some restrictions, they said that they lifted the restrictions people job is, but I know that people are gonna suffer and die. This is not allowable. Then wear a mask. Care for your health. If you think the virus, has been going so long and is still going on in the world, and people not wearing masks, then wear a mask. And if it's safe, tell other people. People need information. If they're misinformed, this is not allowable to happen on Earth. It's gone too far. People, for the purpose of making money, opening doors because they need to make more sales. It's not worth harming million lives, endangering and children. Animals gonna suffer in the next few weeks because they open a store because it wasn't open for a while, and to make more sales. They could still have less customers and save the more effort put now with the mask, and it would stop being spread and it will die out sooner and take the few more second means longer. Wear the mask as long as it still is gone, and then put the sale out and respect their lives and human lives, and the people will be saved lives healthier, worth more than selling a useless item that's mostly creased, and most people show up and have to turn away, walk away because there's nothing to buy. Needs to be cleaned up in world too. In recent years, people selling creased stuff and steamers came along, and then people then couldn't buy whatever's not even worth buying and waste gas and go there would buy need something useful but didn't. And then have to leave and buy nothing. Anyway, so it's not worth endangering human lives for stores to open for this with no masks on. If the doors are open for no mask on, obviously the retailer knows is not caring, respecting the customer, so don't go there. Call from home somewhere, tell them manager open or parliament, they have emails. Canadian Justin Trudeau, Premier Doug Ford, they have the email online, comment right away. They will do something, have to say by law under God, put this. They're endangered as 100 people. They open the doors, no masks. Close the doors or do something. What can I do? Either file another department something, and it will be done. 100 million lives will potentially be lost, not suffering, even animals. 2 weeks and dying. It won't spread, mutate. They will still have some vaccines that work, and this will die out and not spread anymore. And everyone is recorded, judged doing right, and obviously don't want anything a reward for it. And then others to make sure that they think do right and not do wrong. Judged by God and Jesus and Holy Spirit, by heavens in their all actions, their selves, if they care for their health, if they sleep enough, they purposely do right. If they do wrong, they know not to, obviously. Then they're assessed, judged by God. Catholics, other ones, even humans non-religious, think they do morally right. If they did something slightly wrong, can seek confession or in our soul or rectifying themselves, depending under God, say I'm sorry and really consciously choose not to do again. And make the effort never to again, and is rectified on the earth within them, their own heart, soul, to the heaven, religious or not. Every human in itself are all clean minded to begin with, raised properly by the mother, parents, loved into existence by the Holy God, Holy grace of God. A good example then with after they're born, with the parents of Jesus, with the use of the virtues, gifts of the Holy Spirit to help others when healthy. A physical temple, well rested, Sunday's day of rest, and help someone. Think of someone versus traveling, endangering. Think if it's cold, don't take children to church. On Sundays, God is resting. It's true. He never helped me on Sunday. I needed more help. And I'm supposed to do something. He's resting. I could have rested all year, so I tell humans to rest. A Catholic, I could have slept and went to school, rested for the week, and better off. and million people. So I told everyone, don't go to church on Sundays or Saturday, Jewish, depending which one, and rest. God is resting as intended. He wants humans to rest. You can pray or short meditate anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be in a holy worship place. The Pope even spread these words. Someone get these videos to the Pope. He's obviously not. Mine is blocked for some reason. I can unblock this. These have to be done from without, from the with the holy powers, God's side. When I choose, it has been hiding for years. So humans from without, whoever can gets this video, please act and do an extra effort, please, and share it to people, Facebook, whoever you have. Find someone with most followers. This will be shared to world. My efforts, I can be wronged and couldn't even deserve, but something right have to separately result from all of this. And this my effort can go. This has to be fixed on Earth. Every video I made, every information I put as a victim, even to help others, any other things I made there for humans to be human Earth angels, to be physically healthy, use their gifts, to transcend heaven to others, to prevent, relieve their suffering. Then they have joy in their heart and soul. When people remember them, help them, they're not hungry, poor, they're safe. There's someone to remember them, even kind acts. May the kind Earth Angel Transcendental Kindness Facebook group to transcend kindness is a virtue. We can transcend heaven from within the kindness of a human heart and soul. Through kind acts performed, doing to someone merciful acts of kindness and compassion, prevent, relieve the suffering as a Jesus, with a human taught his disciples or friends, a humans, to do this on the earth, a good example. Everyone knows Jesus. Then humans can do this as humans, earth angels on earth, what the holy angels are have holy powers but not doing on earth, and Jesus are supposed to be doing. But the humans that are left, but only to be well rested, only if can. Don't risk your life strain to help someone when you really can't. Or you can always find someone who can, or that let the heaven know to pray a simple prayer and tell them to do right away. The prayer has been prayed, rosaries even use that, and is to accomplish it. Let them know if it's not right away healed or protect and say get himself from heaven and fix it. It's not allowable. They have the holy powers. Millions prayed for others, get themselves from heaven and fix it. Every second counts, affects another life, restore the order, peace, and then let them know if they didn't accomplish right away. Then at least they know is recorded in humans and hopefully be resolved on the earth when they figure out what to do right away, when they know already. I already had enough of these in heaven too. They are judged fairly, but it is true. They don't. These ones have to be told, but don't strain your health though. Respected them, but they didn't do their job wholly on earth either all times. So that's why I said humans do what they can. Pray shortly if they can't. Let them know to fix if they don't, and then do what you can on earth. Care for your health, that's all humans can do. Restore whatever, respect others the way you want to be. Complaint departments are there for a reason. If you don't like something someone is doing wrong, in a company store have all rights, humans pay customers, know the managers to remember their employees hire an employee to help customers. If they're not, let them know. We'll hire someone who will. And treat 100 million people right the next hours. And further, why not give money for someone harming people, making paycheck, not helping them is not allowable in any job. Medical doctors, keep in mind, are not all doing right. Have to do. It's illegal. If they harm someone, they can't make money to harm them. They ones have rights. Medical negligence. Lawyers to seek to get this fixed for human victims to get funding for these ones. This has to be fixed. Those with higher offices in medical to do what you have more resources to do than lay people. When it's safe, help Restore this right away, few phone calls to colleges, and get rid of these and won't harm 100 million people. It is worth human saving to act right away to save the health. You don't want to be harmed, and they have no right to harm someone. Shouldn't be employed in the first place, and file the complaint, put criminal charges when proper, and they put in prison. The patient gone to a doctor that will care and help them, or to the victim, and money made for helping people. Rectified on the earth immediately, and everyone will be healthy, happy, and respected as they right to be. Their dignity of God as a valuable life within them, practicing and using virtues like Jesus' example, or any kind-hearted human, as well on earth, religious or not. The kind-hearted humans not religious are sometimes better off. Still know there's God and Jesus, human is judge, but don't practice religion, have a right to do. I'm all for this. Live best they can on earth, help people they can, and when the dead are dead. Don't have to practice religious harmful to health practices. That there were people not on purpose doing like myself. I went to Catholic raised churches, schools, but I was informed would that I would not go to church at all. And millions better off to know this too. So please, if anyone even threw it in for months or this on the site, put it on your site and promote it, link this, please do. And share it to people. For some reason mine doesn't get through. It's blocked somehow. I even gave out. I don't even know how. This can be done by the wrong side on the wrong side. I don't allow force, so humans were not helped over the past months for sure, and I need help even myself from heaven to protect me. Didn't get through. I have a right to be respected. I'm very offended by those in heaven. I overthrew them long ago. But the human earth angel told them. I already told them for the people, but it didn't get through. So tell them the truth is better off. Short prayers. Care for your health first. Think first if it's proper to your health, then do it and proper for you and others. If it's not, don't do it. You can't heal anything. The human organs are very delicate, cannot be healed. Viruses are very dangerous, change forms, so protect yourself as best can. Preventative measures doesn't mean that they stop you from getting it. They help prevent it from it. These are simple things that people have been misinformed or not educated, even told these simple sentences, and it's spread and needed the World Health Organization and everyone to put the emails and they will do their job. If not, say that under God and by law you're not doing, then hire someone who will. They cannot make a paycheck and then leave humans suffering on the earth. It is not even allowed for human to be paid to do something wrong like that. They're paid to do right, to inform people right away, help them. Preventative measures, Pope do his job on the earth what he's trained. Everyone's trained to do a job, teacher, priest, even not doing their jobs. Most doing office paperwork and leave. Don't take the extra second when they're actually trained and people needlessly like myself, the people suffer there for years and not that and the right to have these people help them. They're making paychecks by law under God can't. They don't get away with our judge. To remind these people, and if they still don't do their job, then turn and say you can work and hire a different priest that will listen and care. And the people will be helped, the whole 100 parishioners, and a right to be. Make money, not someone who doesn't care, making paycheck and show up and leave and no one helped. And millions suffer parishioners every week. And then this is not how it works. Cannot make paycheck to harm people, to disrespect them, to make just some money and don't care. However, people are poor and will study different things and want to get as competitive priests, teachers, doctors to even get a job just to survive, to make money for basic shelter and food. And would love and would hire these people want, but can a job because those other making paychecks and don't care. And not making money for a wrong reason, not helping those 100 parishioners. World leaders have 100,000 people under the million viewing Pope. Leave out a budget for one thing and neglect it, and people, if they speak about this, would say you didn't put this budget for this, you put for police, you can't do that. There are laws under God, you fix it or you're fired, and criminal charges or whatever. And they'll probably most likely act right away. They know their job because they don't want to lose their job and fix it. Or if they don't, then fire them, take their paycheck, but I'll have to be given back and give it to someone who will do their job and have the budget put in right away. Simple phone calls, every second counts, will be restored everything. Humans have to act. I'm only one human. If I had you can give me the phone numbers, I call myself. But it's been years mine blocked, so it's safer. I do myself as well, but separately others from without. Somehow get these all to the Pope to make her listen. Sure he will, and take the time one at a time, even have viewed these videos, listen, put a post, do things, someone help him. Tell him it has to be done right away, is every day needed. Till it's resolved to the archdiocese, given to the bishop, to the diocese, to the priest, congregation information, and it'll be shared and people will have it. Takes a few seconds on part of humans like these that have the contact numbers. I don't. And then it will be resolved and has to be done on earth immediately. And kept inform someone to follow up on this. And it has to be done on earth to help a human, me, or angel, and out of respect of all other humans and themselves. Order has to be restored on this earth, and I'm doing this. I'm a victim of it all, beyond years, been here that cannot be alive. And I'm doing what I haven't done even, and they have these huge holy powers to do the nothing. I entirely against offended for years. I already told them straight off, but with respect to them years ago. But it didn't get through to heaven to fix different things, 100 million over the past 25 years. And would get done and get through to heaven, but is blocked wrongly. And this didn't get through to me either. So if anyone hears this, tell them in heaven, Angelica's on earth. She is beyond kept alive to the point victim of so many things and something blocking. So then her videos and people would have seen and stopped going to the masses and for prevent COVID. These things she was wronged and harmed and stuff couldn't be done to human and would be posted in the past year already, but didn't get through. Sometimes unblock a second, something beside her on the right archangel punished. Somehow she don't allow it on earth rather as well, but is not getting through to her somehow from heaven anything. From without, you can tell them, please, I can't. Anything I say in my soul, there is something around it blocked, so they don't come protect me. I don't have holy powers, supernatural to unblock this. The YouTube, I don't know what it did to it. To block it after certain things, a video there's only a few views, and then after months, nothing. Turn to days, and even by chance, people would view. I put people to share to world with love, million people per group C. It didn't get through the same number there. But it's gone on too long. The damage been done, need to be done months ago already, or that's it. But this is many second turn to months past that someone and I even left homeless without the money, against free will of choice. I don't deserve. Heaven had to fix this. Nothing allowed the saying separately. For a human, the point human have free will of choice to right or wrong. Nothing allowed to do anything wrong, forbidden, which is more than wrong, is not allowed in any way by human, by God, by Jesus, by Holy Spirit. To do anything human themselves don't want to be disrespect to another human. To anything else, nothing is allowed to wrong another human, especially not to make a paycheck and do it to make money. So, final judgment. A human is assessed and judged all the time. On the earth, their health, physical well being, they care for their health great. They neglect it somewhere intentionally, is wrong, have to be resolved, to heaven, say I'm sorry, or they fix it themselves, and depending what it's about. All humans care best they can, can't heal anything. Then when they're healthy, use their gift, spirit, Jesus example, from the New Testament to keep few words, as I stated. The rest, Old Testament, if it's useless, don't waste your time. If you get rid of help these people, don't waste the time with these, and it will take it down YouTube and have some few proper videos left. The rest already for years gone. The Pope's supposed to would do for years, and him and me and other people now waste the time and people commenting still. This is all fake bullshit. This is misinformation. Everyone knows what this word means these days. It is not based on any truth. It is a waste of human time. No one has a right to waste human time. Who knows who put these videos years ago and some recently. Not all masses have true. I've been seen. Old ones are gone. I deem banned from the earth. I have authority and humans have to respect this, and I'm acting in the best interest of all humans. Health, to respect their life, dignity of a valuable life, and of others to restore order, have to be done, acted upon by humans. Use their healthy, well rested first when safe, use virtues or find someone who can accomplish safely. Never endanger a life. Do what only you can. You cannot remember things first if you can't heal anything, if it's worth going out, if it's cold. Don't have to go to worship somewhere. You can sit safely in a neutral position. You don't have to kneel physically to any in heaven ever. And I sing this during holy season. Stations of cross, stay home. Is Jesus God wanted this way? Care for your health. You don't have to. You can think of the holy season week, the day of it, and Easter he rose. To heaven third day. Focus on simple readings if you want, anywhere at home safe. It is not human. It cannot go during COVID or anything to risk their life in cold or too warm in Canada and other countries are not required to go to the stations of the cross. Any Holy Lenten season masses. There is a respect of their own life and other humans to are assessed on earth to morally have to do right and inform will let others know and save their health and lives. Prevent the spread. Save human health. You will help someone else too. Telling them they don't have to kneel. Poor old people. Catholic million and myself, I lived through. I kneeled. I wasn't is useless. I had children harmed. The knees growing new cells is pointless. Jesus never stood there saying anything, so I'm telling humans when I human care, so inform others. Human is recorded prayers anywhere in the world and judged, so they can write what they do right or wrong, and prayers recorded. They can sit at home, don't have to be in a place of worship. Further, if you need a holy mass is online these days to holy site to make sure it's a credible one and send a mass or group intent prayer there if needed for further holy powers to lords or holy land. But is it recorded in normal human is on the earth. Human normal prayers get through thought and brain soul to Jesus God is recorded in humans on earth. Further holy mass are separate these days done online. These intents known, even tell if you're praying, maybe hopefully this be or supposed to be if someone prays even cares after all the years told Jesus, as I said, supposed to heal someone right away. Why aren't they healed? Even people pray for others for years, so why isn't this accomplished mercy? Supposed to be already heal everyone. Do it now. It didn't or let them know it wasn't accomplished. The next step, Jesus or some send healing to this person, protection, let them know I prayed straight in the heart, but told myself to help them. It wasn't accomplished. Fix it immediately. And then if it wasn't resolved, then let them know and that's it. Do what you can on earth to help humans. Be a human earth angel then. Rested, use your gifts. Prevent spread. The virus die out. People will be healthy, happy again. Children socialize with pets. Go to school, can skip jump rope exercise with no masks. People in wards come outside for air. Don't have to stay in quarantine, preventing spread. Even already disabled is beyond wrong what they live through. Wear the mask till it dies out entirely from the world. Even takes keep doing. If it doesn't, like people wearing masks now is in danger. this spread worse, and it is never going to be resolved. It's been on Earth too long. Coronavirus and all the wrong people made money too. When described this way, everyone reacts against these, and we had to be told by popes to remind these things for years priests didn't do. I even heard these over different things for jobs, and I heard what people employed question and what to be done, and I was a victim. So I put this all together throughout after all the years. What I know on a Catholic, studied half Christian studies of all kinds, God's side, then a Jesus respecting Holy Mary, and all those ones. Then I'll have humanity, the life sciences, all different things, everything. Medical research supposed to do for years, all cures, vaccines done, COVID gone before started. Am I supposed to be handed to me anything I handed from Jesus, but is blocked? Can be, but because I don't choose it too. I choose everyone to be and I had the will to do to be healed and has the right to be. Everyone has free choice. I'm saying separately as well. To do right, and nothing can get in their way. It is our laws in the Bible, New Testament too. Human have choice, nothing can get in their way. To help save another life. For human to think of something to help someone, to the right to someone, obviously. So as for final the judgment, everyone is judged on earth. The one that did their assess, they really didn't seek forgiveness, rectify certain things, which it is best to do alive. With those that they wrong intentionally or this couldn't do and know not to do, and therefore actually forgiven and choose never to do again, and make the effort and really believe it, seek forgiveness, Catholics or even on the heavens in their heart soul, make a conscious effort to never do wrong. Some even have some prayers, some extra prayers to make up for their sin that they wrong but did something wrong. And I felt sorry about it to add extra some penance or something for it to actually mean it. The different Christian religions, gods, something like these Catholics have. What is the intent of doing right? To rectify if there's a wrong done, not to do wrong and then try to have it rectified, but to resolve it on earth. There are holy certain sacraments. These all have meaning still. The last rites, humans, religious or not, can have to mention. A priest show up, even by phone, state these themselves. A last confession, but they figure out what they did right or wrong before they die on the earth. To think that they were sorry, say in their heart, soul, forgiveness, God or Jesus, someone rectify with them if they can, apologize. They have but the human has free will of choice to forgive them though. And then when a human dies, then this is what they throughout their life it was assessed right or wrong. If they really didn't take the time to rectify what is wrong and they know all the time are not insane, are asked, why are you coming here? Is obviously if they go either straight to heaven or they're in there between life or death and assessed and saying, what are you're gonna go to hell now? What did you do wrong? You knew not to do wrong. This is what you were right, human, and you morally chose to do something wrong. What did you do? And the human tells. They don't get away with it. It's recording them when throughout their life what they did. And there's a punishment in the so-called hell for what they did and wrong as a certain punishment for this human. Everyone is judged by God and Jesus, Holy Spirit on earth immediately. There's a second coming, some separate thing. Who knows when that will be? This stated for Jesus will come judge the living and the dead. He said there's supposed to be a combat. Humans already judged, but separately, if there's a fruit and separately holy, when there's, I mean, the holy powers throughout to make sure humans would, I would believe I would as a god if I was to enforce this on earth, even a human earth angel, to have protect the angels near humans that know not to do wrong and definitely cannot do a job to gonna wrong million people. To offend someone with a song to have a protection they're saying wait you said you're gonna do your job to sing right you're gonna do some make a video and you're gonna wrongly influence and potentially people are gonna be harmed and die in club or drinking. You don't have any right to do this. I'm Jesus. I'm an archangel standing here. I can't let you do this. They are supposed to be on the earth doing these holy powers, and I would enforce this. Toba didn't get to heaven, so human prayers not blocked and sold, and tell them, please, to get themselves from heaven and accomplish this. Would protect millions of people for years, myself, other people for some reason. There are wrong side, even forces on earth at stake, are on this, not on earth, are separate, but and the heaven side are not getting through. They have more holy powers, but hasn't been rectified on this earth for years, too many years, in any country. Holy grounds I went to don't have the holy supernatural protective power I need, more than any human alive in my matters. And where I had to protect me, I'm on God's side, normal human. Even told as earth angels certain things. Never went to when I went to any holy ground in Etobicoke, Toronto, never got through something around me on God's side to protect me. In a church ground, prayed the prayers, rosaries, holy ones with the soul is recorded, but what the need to hurry further, the next step is the holy God side. It is not my job to pray, but I was told that a child praying these and would result in something, even protection without me praying, but it never was there. Even in the Guelph Basilica, anywhere it went, is not on earth. I'm sure other places too, there's some on earth that are not supposed to be here, are in portals, they function separately from the earth. Supernatural entities on the wrong side, know to do right, but not doing right. There has to be some on this earth doing things throughout the years, and somehow the heavens missed. I don't know how this can happen. They're judged though. And in the world, they cannot do unless human allow for. I mean, separately in like some ground or something that something missed that they didn't get through from the heavens somewhere. So humans, please tell it. I need protection myself. People even told groups, but didn't get through for years. Then past months, put some only few people got were there, and then after other none see really few seen this. My Earth Angel, Angelica Gicella, Earth Angel. These were posed even over time, did things in stop. The time already went there that it couldn't be done and would have helped humans right away. As they chose and stopped, then it would have they had to be done already months, years ago. Certain things in time to bad enough people already suffer without this knowledge would have been helped. Other videos, articles, then it wrong and it blocks something I am beyond my control, not on God's side. I don't allow can but blocked. So this didn't I type this and it wouldn't be seen on in the world. I don't even know won't tell me what the exact words for this are. These are Jesus and God have to personally help me on earth for years. It's true they do exist, but are not on earth. So if any human gets to see these videos, then take the next step and please help me. It takes few seconds, but to type this what I can't. I already did what I could then. Supposed to be done months, years ago for sure. People would be informed about this. Happy me seeing it done and can rest. But if someone can show this, put these videos, keep pushing the issue. Few phone calls, emails. It takes you a few seconds. Everyone had iPhone. Easy to do. Help a human. You help me. You do some great feats to help others, millions will benefit. That's the intent of it. My effort in these videos have to be protected on earth, cannot go to waste. Human, even if get CT scan, well, they can download it to a chip, do it, put it there safely somewhere, and or online, put it on another video site. To the Pope to put it will be on a site and keep putting when needed to the world. Archbishop Dalai Lama, I'm sure, will help. They have the million Twitter viewers. My accounts were blocked, restricted when it to help do there. I don't have the holy powers for this. I'm only human, but no, there one exists. Mine, I have abilities of the mind that were given as a human. I have when I need, but are blocked. Anything I told to heaven past years would help me is blocked. So humans from without are not blocked, can help me have ability, not ability to pray and so hard, but that they wasn't strong enough to get to me. So every human, as it was about humans being judged, everyone is recorded in every human brain, mind, physicality, actions to the right is assessed throughout their life, still recorded. It's not like human does right and then wrong and then go on with life and nothing fixed, nothing sensing anything. A human is judged right away. They do know to do always right first and never do wrong. Can do wrong against anyone else, have never right to do. That is illegal by law on earth. Religious or not, is not allowed. Under God is forbidden, is never allowed. Respect of a human, another life. Respect of Jesus, nothing can sin do wrong in itself. No to respect Jesus. It definitely cannot wrong another life. These are serious sins. A human is severely punished when they die. If they don't consciously rectify this and make sure they're really not a real sin, they are mortal sins. They cannot kill someone. They cannot intentionally do something wrong. These are serious matters, as everyone knows. All humans, religious or not. But judge is recorded on earth. So anyone who knows to get rid of these singers, these ones, if you see the videos, put the reports, follow up. These are report them as problematic content or whatever. Tell them to get rid and be gone. And million people will see this even in passing and not be harmed. Don't want to hear it. Inadvertently wrong. Who knows what's gonna be on earth? Can be wrong. Nothing deserves. No one deserves to be wrong or disrespected, and can't be when they don't choose and don't give verbal permission to do. If they're wrong and against a human free will can't, that is illegal, is not allowed on the earth for anyone to, it doesn't say give permission to be harmed, to be wrong, verbally abused. No one has the right to wrong anyone, definitely not against their God given free will of choice. Nothing has the right to do anything forbidden to a human against their God given free will of choice. A human has to really give permission verbally, choose for something to harm them, to abuse them, to harm. Not if they do is if they harm them and don't allow for is illegal. Cannot be done. That's why there are laws, lawyers. These are serious matters. They allow leaders to do their job. Not doing these, I cannot do. They're disrespecting the humans. They're supposed to care, put budgets so they have homes. If they're not, they're suffering, freezing. They are harming human, making money for it. Their paycheck can't. They have to phone and put it into ODSP even. Victims is recently I put videos, someone tell this, fix this on earth. This too many years, millions suffer this way. Illegally torture while they make the paycheck, could maneuver the budget and they wouldn't be suffering. Is their job and have the money for it. And don't get away under God with it. Some even not intentionally, but remind a lot to just say what you need. Okay, then they'll do it. They will act or they're gonna resign. Have criminal charges. There are laws if they bodily harm someone against free will of choice can't or judge recorded. Don't get away under God. Is illegal human torture. never allowed, and fined by imprisonment and punishment in hell when they die. If they don't do to really morally rectify this on earth with the victim, but the no to first don't do it in the first place. They have no permission from a human, doesn't tell them to harm them, they cannot be harmed. If they do against free will of choice, is torture never allowed on earth, as everyone knows. So don't do it. Avoid it. It's better to do right and do right all the time and affects everyone else. Restore whatever's left of humanity to prevent suffering, help every human else, animals. It is pandemic too long. Wear the mask on purpose in case when needed. Wash the hands is better. Inform even humans with soap and water. Wash down the drain kills more bacteria. The viruses are different than bacteria. Then a hand sanitizer. There's difference. The hand sanitizer kills some of the virus, but still spread on hands when people went in stores. It only helps prevent it spreading, but it's still on hands, surfaces. So that's why we're told people not to touch items in store. Just buy what you need and leave shortly. But no one doing this now. People are walking, buying, leaving no mask, no hand sanitizer. They're there, but no one putting them on. No employees. People going to McDonald's eating food, not even wearing masks. Employees masks, no gloves. Handling food, children eating the food after parents, no masks, spreading who knows what. You are gonna be ill and can be. No one wants spread. So do your part. Inform people of this. Wear the mask. Till you really know it is gone, safe. That it, even common sense that it has been unseen in the world. Keep up to date. The World Health Organization say they don't give you enough info. Tell them it's their job or hire someone who will. They have to act. They most likely will because they don't want to lose their paycheck. And know there's million viewers, people following every day. Have to by law under God do their job. Can make money to leave humans suffering without this knowledge. Have no right to do. The CDC, the FDA, pharmaceutical companies, every world leader, job, priest, teacher, school closes. Schools still closed. Cafeterias closed. Keep children safe at home. Keep animals safe. 2 meters away in case. When eating food, take a mask off. Stay at least 2 meters away for sure from other humans, animals. Keep all rested and healthy, and hopefully it'll go away. Humans reminding humans of this will save their lives, not simply when it saves someone says wear a mask. If it's only safe, don't endanger life. Say I still know one because of this, wear the mask, and I suggest in priests to respect my life and others to wear a mask to prevent spreading. Inform others, please, but they don't know. People are making a bullshit lifting, but it's not gone, and they know, and people have lifted restrictions, so they opened stores for a while, but then they said that they're going to be people suffering, going entering medical emergency rooms with more COVID in the next few days, months, because they stopped saying that they have to wear masks. This is illegal human disrespect of human life. They cannot do this to a human, no. And whoever finds out who is doing this, tell them they have to be fired and put the restrictions on so humans have to wear masks in public. Save the hell of even that phone call. They will act now, follow up, make sure they did, even if you can. Go to the store outside or see if this store is still open, was supposed to be closed, or if they had people saying to wear masks. If not, make the call. You will save 100 to 1,000, even million people from getting a virus. Children, animals from it spreading, changing forms, and they will never leave and have worse strains, worse symptoms. And no one wants that. And George, you do right. Other humans, you'll save lives. Everyone will benefit healthy. The wrongdoers will be stopped. No people inadvertently wrong. Old people, some not remember, are not vaccinated. Some people, even don't know, old people still with virus are just sometimes wear a mask because someone told them to stop, don't see, don't wear no more. Humans are not educated in these matters, mostly millions not. That's what is their job, world leaders to keep doing but are not doing, so other humans kind to say this. So think the right, be healthy in yourself. It is best in your health to stay home. Stay home, especially strain is too cold in Canada as it is States right now. Lenten season, do morally right, even more out of respect to Jesus. Clean up, help anything in the world, resolve it. Tell these people as Lent, I'm sure will understand. Don't stop selling these useless CDs. Just get it offline if you can. Tell them I choose something proper. Don't respect my life. You couldn't stop it. Dress up. If you put the people put these comments for your didn't some bullshit instead. I like the song since 1990s. Well then 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 it would be resolved on the earth. But humans writing crap and not even and then these songs stay there wronging humans. Others offended still nothing getting done right to have a nice nutrition online course or something. Some information these people put blogs to promote these ones, share to others versus spending wasting time on some swearing that's been along their song lyric for 25 years and made money human billions for wrong and humans suffered wrong for years. If you get rid of it, no more suffering wrong. Million people can easily rest kind-hearted souls. This really harms the human heart if they hear it as I said. No one has a right to disrespect, harm a human making offensive things. Everyone do what they can to file complaint act. That's what departments are for. Follow up with the issue if you can. Don't strain your heart. Remember, be well fed first, rested. You cannot heal anything. If it's cold, think first. Don't go anywhere. Care for your health. You can't heal anything. If you can do the mask, put it on carefully. Prevent the spread. It will stop spreading. There's disinfectants that kill. You find out online. Can even Google some main site and try to see put in if it's credible or look like recent research to do their best reasoning ability if needed or ask doctor. Which disinfectants disinfect areas and kill the virus entirely if it does. Sanitizers don't kill entirely viruses. This still enhances the spread and minimizes the spread in stores, but don't entirely kill it. They're still on the hands. And people wipe on clothing, on surfaces, last hours to days. And spread in recent days, I don't even want to know, but this has to be stopped by humans. To care, file complaint, managers know to deal with people. Say either close the doors or tell everyone put a sign to wear the mask and enforce social distancing. Even enforce 3 for booster shot vaccine screening to get people. There's a one main like Walmart stores of food and clothing, and another one to open the main ones, let it in a few times, and leave. It will save, prevent spreading, and people will still get some basic things safer that way. Versus million people walking in and out, spreading who knows what, who knows where they came from, different countries, while eating food, spreading, and will never leave. Can disrespect have no right to any other human? They know the virus and wear a mask, politely tell others, put posts. A simple video of humans have a like group save and do this. Look, Julia heard this from her. Here's the link to her video. Please watch it. A million followers or make my own. I noticed this. Need this information that needs to be done. Put there. She need everyone wear a mask. Someone says she heard this. I'm saying too. Wear the mask is not gone from the world. People will be informed and wear the mask. They don't know. People make a bullshit. They believe it. And no one wearing masks, so they don't wear the mask. But it doesn't work that way. So, everyone, remember you're judged right from wrong. When you know right to do right, raise right by mother, parents, other humans, is your job to do everything right yourself, care for your health, help others when you can. Then respect others the way you want to be respected and do right. If you see other doing in their paycheck can, then find a way to resolve it, to tell them or they're fired and hire someone who will make money right and deserve it for a paycheck to make for shelter. whatever they need it for, and work with humans fairly. And animals, nature counts too, and everyone will be treated and fairly with respect, million people, every day, and are rightly deserve. And heaven will be restored, people healthier sooner. While the virus is gone when prevented entirely, hopefully sooner. And then humans will be happy, and they're happy in themselves. Children are a lot healthier when they can socialize and happy. Pets, humans are the brain is human already a lot happier when they're healthy overall, have proper health. Then they have their heaven on earth. Humans only have one life to live, cannot be wasted time against free by anyone else, by anything else. Humans have choice, have to accomplish what they need to do right away all the time. Every life affects another life. Everything to right to they choose to do affects another life, then another one in proper timing. The world there's an order has to be maintained. There is. Everyone is judged on earth. When the dead, they have a right to go into heaven, assessed. Whatever happens, they're heaven. The dead, they're dead. Live the great life, great. And then whatever they do wrong, they're punished and are asked and go to their punishment, the so-called hell, for that punishment that they knew not to do wrong and did wrong and have a punishment for it. Don't get away with it. It is recorded. In every human, all their life stays recorded if they did one thing to do wrong or whatever they did or who knows how many over the years. So those are morally wrong and knew not to and really are considered the cause of offensive the deaths or wrong of humans, the sun movies and offending hell of humans and different things. But the humans still had choice to listen, but certain things that really that a human they could prevent and have there are laws and that is their fault. These humans have really, really millions of wrong that they are punished for. Really better do something and stop making wrong song lyrics in movies. They have serious punishment in hell. They were judged by God and Jesus, Holy Spirit, no right to disrespect what they did, morally did wrong, offended themselves, this and others. These are severe punishment if they don't rectify this on the earth when they die and have to stop what they're doing. And others stop what they're doing properly by laws, simple phone calls. Tell them, show them these are the videos, these main things, respect human dignity, do your job description, or you can make pay for it and hire someone who will and help million people and do their job. When Jesus is gonna come judge the living and the dead separately and further, this I don't know. Who knows when happened, who knows what. They're supposed to be on earth further after human is already judged. And as I said, protecting people, this, but it hasn't been done. The victims help really have inside. Humans help a victim if they know that's why put videos, help the poor. Some negligent human doctors like myself wronged me, a human. It had turned into 20 years. Then ODSP won't give me enough disability, didn't, for even to survive years and homeless. Human doesn't deserve it. These are rights, everyone knows, but these people make paycheck hand from one office. Then it turns the human have no money, they have no right to do, and they make their paycheck. Can't we hire someone and do something called a governing simple parliament and would put the budget by law and help human have enough funding, ODSP? But no one did for years. The people have not do their job entirely. People suffer. This has to stop. They are responsible of criminal charges against because they are fined by imprisonment, different colleges, doctors. But they want to live their life have to turn their paycheck in. But human doesn't have medical negligence lawyers and can't afford it. They still doesn't mean they get away with it. Can't. Colleges didn't do their job. A human innocently wronged who could have left me alone to live my healthy life, and I wouldn't be wronged. They wouldn't have sinned against my life going to hell for. That they had no right to do, and I didn't choose harmed. I forbid it. And then I'm left struggling with the homeless on earth and freezing temperatures day and no way to go and no for food. And I already put even to heaven to help me is not getting through. So need others to help me, but that's already for months and didn't get through months past that. So I don't know what to do. But I made this video to help hopefully someone to hear this and to get this finished on the earth to help me. Do what I can and separately millions humans act type post. They'll see in the prayer groups even idea they have million people in the Lord's side to the Vatican. Will people see keep posting few days and spread make sure just follow up if we got there. Normal humans there see the prayer short and prayer post I typed say ours. Please help Earth Angel. I typed these. It's not us saying it was true. It is all true. To save all humans. I devout Catholic, choose to help others. That's why I stopped said, don't kneel, don't make sign of the cross, don't put your hands together to pray ever, don't hold the rosary, save your health. This is God spoken from heaven to side. Jesus, Holy Spirit, send. This is on their side. I'm a human though, learn from it to save other human health and years experience. A human doesn't require to hold their hands together to pray, to harm their palms of the hands together, harm their heart holding it there, make sign of the cross, squishes, damages nerves. No one is required to do this ever. Tell Catholics they will stop, be healthier. All Jewish, whoever still does this practice to stop it, inform others they have to do an act will even takes to be happy. Think of others be happy. They don't strain the heart of child, stretching hands for years, old people no more. Resting. Don't burn calories. You will save their health. People be happy. Oh really? Okay, I'll tell them. And it save 100 million people, non-religious, help these poor Catholic Jewish people, churches say close, don't kneel no more, save your knees, your health more important. God told us. Jesus said they don't want you to kneel to harm your knees. They never expect anyone to kneel physically to them. Human health is more important. To be well rested on Sundays, Saturday, depend day of rest for depending religion. Religious or not, humans rest on weekend because they work all week and then have to go to school and body has to rest sleeping. Eat food that's Catholic to God they rest and sleep. He rested and created the universe for 6 days and he's God. So humans have to rest on Sundays. So everyone do what is right. Everyone judge doing right or wrong right away. Remember that, tell others, will help everyone else. These are works of mercy themselves, virtues used selflessly to help others. Use your kindness, compassion, do what Jesus didn't do on earth supposed to. Be a human earth angel though. You can tell Jesus, look, I helped someone. Not for show, for purposes, but tell them, look, I'm a human being. You're supposed to help these people. I'm a human. I use my kind heart there. Soul, and I helped this person, and you had these holy powers, could help them, but you didn't. It's not a joke saying, but you can tell them this and say, but it's true. You're supposed to have holy powers, and I am and poor, but this and this. Uh, I'm more of an angel than you.